Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Bleckley County Royals football here on the Royal Football Network. Don Brown here along with one of my old-time pals, Mr. Shane Stokes. James did not make it tonight due to some unavoidable circumstances. We won't get into that because we want to protect his privacy. But my buddy Shane Stokes, who used to help me back in the day, is back. Shane, welcome back. Good to have you back.
Nothing like getting a little bit out of the old cobwebs, coming back from years and years ago.
Yep.
But one good thing about it, football's been the same pretty much the whole time.
Yep. For all you veteran listeners out there, you probably remember the years when Shane and I used to do the radio together. We had some great times. Had some great times on the road trips.
Yeah.
We saw some great ball games, and we experienced some disappointments over the years. But tonight, the Royals are home taking on the Washington County Golden Hawks. It is senior night here tonight for the Royals. It is the last regular season home game. And the captains are meeting at midfield, and the two representatives is number 34, Willie Harris from Bleckley. And Washington County has won the toss and have deferred. And that is number 21, I think, is their captain up there. And that would be
Jacqueline Hines.
Jacqueline Hines Jr. And Washington County did win the toss, and they did defer. Actually, that's number 23, not 21. Warren Conway. Anyway, there come the Golden Hawks, busting through their banner on the far side over there. They're dressed in all white with black numbers and golden helmets. And the Royals are out with black jerseys, purple pants, and white helmets.
Big blackout game tonight, Don, for senior night.
Kind of halfway to that.
That's right.
Now, we do have all black pants. And here come the Royals. You see, they're led by the young men that took the Royal flags. They do have it spelled correctly tonight.
Yep.
Shane, a couple years ago, they came out and they had it reversed. He said Slayer. And we're the Bleckley County Slayer.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you what, Don, this is a huge game tonight. Bleckley County comes in. They're coming in 6-2, 3-1 in the region. Washington County comes in 2-1 in the region, and we stumbled a little bit last week against Northeast, 37-34. It's a big game for region standings tonight.
Yeah, it'll go a long way to determine the region. Matter of fact, there's two games on the schedule tonight that's going to determine how the region finishes out. Down the road a bit in Eastern Georgia, Dodge County plays host to Northeast. The winner of that game, if Dodge wins, we're going to have a jumble at the top.
Yeah, the good thing is that Dodge actually had a little bit harder schedule as they play at home against Northeast, and then the next week they got to play Washington County. So
at the House of Pain.
So Dodge County, kind of root for them tonight, Don. Of course, I know that's your alma mater, and you root for them when we're not playing them.
Right. If they win tonight, you got a three-way tie for first place. If Bleckley wins, now Washington County, they're not out of the mix. So, but you go to the House of Pain. You better bring your A game every time you go up there. But we're ready to go now. Washington County kick it off. We got Mobley and Jenkins back deep for the Royals, standing about their own 8-yard line. And that is number 33 kicking off for Washington. That is Colin Bridges. Like I said, Washington County in all white, solid white pants, white jerseys, and black numbers, and their golden helmets. Bleckley, white helmets, black jerseys, and purple pants. And Bridges approaches it, and it's a high, long end-over-end kick, and it may get in the end zone, and it will, and the Royals will bring it out on the 21st and 10.
Yeah, that's the thing in high school. People don't understand as much as when it goes in the end zone in high school, it's automatic touchback.
Right, and I always thought they would eventually change that rule, but they haven't, and it's been like that since day one.
Absolutely.
I really thought with the rule changes coming, they do every year, that would be one, but they haven't done it yet.
I believe that changed from, I think it's like 1986.
Was that how far back it goes?
Yeah, I think it was in 1986 when they changed that to where when you kick it in the end zone.
All right, the Royals up to the line. Sasser is the quarterback. He's in the shotgun. He's going to stack three to the right. And he takes the snap and he gives it to Stevens on a replay. And he's headed at the line of scrimmage, nothing doing. And I think the forward progress will give him right at the line, no gain.
Yeah, just a simple dive play to the left of the line, Don. But unfortunately, Washington County's defensive line is a very stout line. They are leading the region in defense.
Well, and look at that front four they got up there. That is some big young men. And Marius Mills, our biggest he's a left tackle, but he's got a guy in front of him that's got some weight on size on him as well. Second and 10, no gain. Sasser in the shotgun. He'll send Mobley in motion. He takes a snap. He drops straight back to throw. Throwing long down the right side. Got a man wide open. It's Mobley at the 45. At the 50, 45, 40. There goes Mobley down the sideline. And we got a guy chasing him. He's not going to catch him. Touchdown, Bleckley County.
That's a really good play there. I tell you what, it was a nice throw. He lobbed it out there so the receiver could get it. It wasn't overthrown, wasn't thrown too hard. It was a perfect pass on.
Yeah, said Mobley in motion from the left, and I don't know if he ran a wheel route or not, Shane, but he was wide open.
Well, the motion when we came in motion and everything like that, the safety came over and he just wasn't covered. He was over here on the end.
He was wide open, and he caught it. He kind of had to wait on it. That's why I didn't know if he's going to be able to go all the way or not. But used his speed, and one guy had an ankle on him, but about the 5-yard line, he missed him, and James Ford for the extra point kick is up, and it is good. So 2 plays into the game, Bleckley goes up 7-0 with 11:05 to go in the first quarter. And Shane, you can't start off a better way if you're the home team.
Well, and a lot of times, Don, you'll go out there, you'll be wide open as a receiver. I mean, you can't get 25 yards difference wide open there. And a lot of times when the ball's in the air, you're sitting there going, I know I'm that wide open. A lot of times you see the guys trying to run before they catch the pass, and he did an excellent job of catching that, scooping it, tucking it in, and took it to the house.
So 2 plays, 80 yards, and it's 7-0. So Dominic Satchel will take those stats. He's 1 for 1 for 80 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, that's definitely something to write home the mother out. But it is kind of windy tonight, Shane, and I'm not sure if the wind was in Satchel's face or not, because the ball kind of hung up there. But Mobley was so wide open, he could have waited forever to catch the thing.
Yeah, one thing about tonight is going to be partly cloudy. Of course, you can't really tell because it's already dark because of the time change, but it's 70 degrees in November. Just absolutely gorgeous out here.
All right, Fordham will kick it off. Back deep for Washington County is number 9, Malik Walker, and number
80.
I'm sorry, I'll read that number right here on the side.
21.
I think it's 21. That will be Quinn Hines Jr. They're landing about the 5-yard line. Shane, James Fordham, not the biggest guy in the world, but he has been very accurate this year as a kicker.
And that's what you want, Don, is consistency as a kicker.
There's a high short kick taken at the 10-15 by Walker. He's at the 20-25. Got a hold 30, 35, 40, 45 down the sideline, 50, and we kind of run him out of bounds, and we finally bring him down right around the Bleckley 30-yard line. So a fantastic return for the Golden Hawks. And they're in fantastic field position right off the bat.
Yeah, and this is going. We know this may be a kind of a back and forth game tonight because we're playing a really good team in Washington County. Coach Joel Ingram does a great job for Washington County. Been there for years.
He has.
And all he did, what Don was he followed 2 lead blockers and cut it to their sideline. It's a really good run for him.
Yeah, there was a hole right there on the far hash, and our kicker, James Ford, tried to make the tackle around the 40 and couldn't do it. They got a huge quarterback right there. They're running the old box. It's like it's going to be a straight snap. I can't read his number. He'll take it and he'll keep it himself. That's number 9. He's hit behind the line. He lost a yard. Although they'll probably be giving the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's Malik Walker, the quarterback for Washington County. And Don, they changed the offense about midway through last year when they were running just a normal wing tee type look, and then went straight to the kind of like a Notre Dame box.
Yeah, the old box.
And they went and pushed it into the playoffs last year, and they kept it this year.
And they had that huge quarterback, and now they have another huge quarterback. Wow, I'm not sure what his side dimensions are, but that's a pretty good sign. Same formation again. Walker in the shotgun, an old box formation. He'll take it, try to keep it around the left this time. He gets the box. He's over the 30, but he's brought down right there. And no gain again. I thought he was going to break through, but somebody goes in a hurry on him.
That was a great job by Zach Stanley is his name. He came in middle linebacker spot and came in and closed that down. Great play for the Royals.
He got about length of football, so this will be 3rd and we'll call it 9 3/4, almost 10 yards. And talking about this Notre Dame box, New Rocknew probably looking down smiling right now.
I tell you what, it's very hard to to defend.
Same formation again. This time another quarterback, the number 15. He's rolling right on the throw, throwing long to the end zone, and he overthrew a man. He had step on our defender. Would have been a touchdown, but just long.
And it's Morgan Jones, number 15, the third quarterback of the third play.
He may be the passing quarterback for him because that's a pretty good throw. He just threw it long, and he had a receiver who had about a step on our defensive back. Fortunately for the Royals, it was overthrown. It's going to be 4th and almost 10, and they're definitely going to go for this, I'm sure.
Right, so the first play that came out on number 15, the quarterback that threw that time was in the slot position, so he was out there the whole time, so they just rotated.
People line up again at shotgun, plays Jones. This time he's got trips to the right, 2 to the left, nobody in the backfield with him. And he dropped straight back to throw. He's looking, throws over the middle, got a man down there, and he's caught. Touchdown, Washington County. Unbelievable. On 4th and 10, he just went right down the seam and was open by a long shot.
Yeah, when you go 5 wide, 3 receivers on one side, 2 on the other, it puts a lot of stress on those defensive backs because now you're going to be forced to go man-to-man.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you're going to have some mismatches, and unfortunately, in that particular play for the Royals, right over the middle was a weakness.
Right, and I was watching Coach Slasher that play. Look, he's still upset. He is not a happy camper. Somebody had a blown assignment or just got beat, like you said, Shane. And the receiver at college went right down the hash mark, right down the seam, and was standing right at the goal line and called it an easy touchdown. And they have a left-footed kicker here for the extra point. It's not the guy that kicked off. I can't see his number, but Jones, the quarterback, will hold it. It's 7-6 for the moment. There's a snap. It's set down. Kick is up, and it looked good. Pretty good kick. It is good. And we're tied at 7 here with 9:26 to go in the quarter. So both teams hit big plays to put points on the board. The big play for Washington was the kick return, then the big 4th down play.
Yeah, the kick return sets you up. You got all the way down to inside the 40-yard line, Bleckley, and that's just an unbelievable start when you're on the road, especially after somebody just scored on an 80-yard touchdown pass. And so the momentum now has evened out a little bit.
And like you said, when you're on the road, you get down early after 2 plays, you get that big return. You're feeling pretty good about yourself because now you're in scoring position. First 3 plays, they get half a yard, and then boom, they hit the big play on 4th down.
Right, and you had to feel good, Don, already. You do an 80-yard touchdown pass for the Royals, and in high school, we talked about this many times, whoever scores first wins the game 73% of the time.
Well, that's a good note then.
That's a good note.
So we're tied right now, and Bridges will kick off for Washington. He approaches it. And it's a high end-over kick. Let's see if this makes the end zone, and it will again. That's twice they put us on the 20-yard line. But we're bringing out we're tied at 7 with 9:26 to go in the first quarter. And Shane, if we have big plays like this all night long, we may be 50-49 game.
Well, and the good thing is I've got some throat lozenges and a drink, so I'm good to go.
And we're home, so we don't have a long ride home.
No, absolutely not. So it doesn't matter if it goes to 11 o'clock tonight. We're good.
True. We're just right down the road. But anyway, Washington County answers our scoring play with a big scoring play of their own, and we're tied at 7. And Sasser will bring them out from the sideline right to the line of scrimmage. He'll run twins on each side, and I believe that is Butler in the backfield behind him now. And Shane, you'll find out I'll get Stevens and Butler mixed up all night because they look so much alike. And he gives it to Butler on the draw play, and nothing doing. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
Yeah, no, Washington County's defensive line is shooting those gaps pretty hard, especially on that left side in front of Mims. So you want to get around him, and that's exactly what they did, and the linebacker came in and filled the hole pretty good.
Right, so far the run game is not there at all. Stevens and Butler are about the same physique, and one versus 23, one's 26. And James has to correct me a lot during the year. I'll call Butler and it'll be Stevens, and I'll call Stevens and be Butler. Sasser fakes. He gives it to Butler on the draw. He's got a little room this time. Still on his feet near the first down marker, but I think he's going to be just shy of the 30-yard line. It's going to be 3rd. Well, they're stopping the clock to look at it. And that's right. The nose of the football might be touching the line. If it is, that's the first down.
I think they will give it to him.
Yep, they are saying first down. The nose of the football barely touching the 30-yard line. So a 10-yard run by Butler there.
It was a nice counter play, too. In fact, Mims is one of the ones the left tackle pulled right into the hole and led that block. Very good counter play for the Royals.
Sasser up to the line, twins on each side. He takes it, and he fakes the Butler, throws over the middle, incomplete through a high. Yates, number 12, putting a quick slant. And just over his fingertips, it'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, and Yates, he timing that, the ball was thrown a little high. Timing that's very difficult. He jumps a tad bit early, and if he hadn't jumped early, maybe another second or two later, I think he would have had it.
And it would have been a big gainer because Washington County's played all their guys up close. There was no safety help on that. If he catches it, I'm not going to say he would have scored, but he would have had a big play on it. All right, second and 10. Same formation again for Sesser this time. He takes it, he drops straight back to throw, and he's under a rush. Now he's rolling right. He's going to throw this thing away into the Bleckley sideline. Coach Lester almost caught it, and it's going to be a third down and 10. As the rush out got through quick, and Sesser had to bail out to the right. And threw it away to keep taking the sack.
Yeah, that time Washington County had man-to-man underneath, but they did have one safety act. But all the pass routes were within 10 yards, so it was all short pass routes.
And again, Washington County, now they will drop one guy back about 10 yards. Everybody's within 5 yards of the ball, Shane. 10 of them are anyway. Sasser in the shotgun. He'll send Butler in motion. He takes the snap. He's looking to throw. And try to throw the comeback screen to Mobley and incomplete as Washington County was all over that. Try to run the bubble screen, and it's going to be fourth down the road at the punt.
Yeah, unfortunately, even if he did catch that one, there was two offensive linemen about 8 yards down, almost at the first down marker. So, of course, you've got to catch it, but at the same time, we saw it pretty good up here.
Yeah, I think that play is designed to be thrown behind the line, but Mobley was over the line.
Correct. If it had been behind it, wouldn't have been a problem.
And that's what the linemen were thinking. But anyway, it's incomplete, fourth down, and Rozier will punt it. And back deep for Washington County. I can't read his number, standing at his own 40-yard line. And they do come after it, but they don't get a high short kick. Very high, going to come down around midfield. Takes a royal bounce over to 45, and it's going to die right around the 43. And that's where Washington County will take over. So
it's a skyline punt, Don. Just wasn't long, but a lot of times, sometimes you want those type punts because you're not going to get any return. We could have been lucky right there and got a nice bounce and got 10 more yards out of it,
or it could have hit somebody in the back that was just running down the field, not knowing where the ball is.
Absolutely.
And that's one of those when you're a return team, you're yelling. You got some code word you yell out. That means scram and get out of the way. But a lot of times that doesn't happen. Anyway, Washington County will take over on their own 4-3, first and 10. We're tied at 7 with 8:05 to go in the first quarter. And quarterback will be number 9 this time, Walker. He's in the shotgun. I think it's number 9, if I'm not mistaken. He's got 2 wide to the right, one guy in the backfield with him. And he'll keep it around the left side, trying to get a block. He's over to 45 and brought down around the 48-yard line. Shane, it's no secret what they're going to do when Walker lines up here. Every time he's ran.
Yeah, Willie Harris, the defensive lineman, came off his block and did an excellent job making that tackle, Don.
And Willie has had a great year. He has, I think, got player of the week a couple times this year from the Royals on defense. And he is a senior, and it seems like he's been here forever because he's played as a freshman and as a sophomore, junior, and now a senior. But going to miss him next year because he has really played that defensive line very well. Second and about 5 from the 48 now. Walker again in the shotgun. And he's going to keep it around right. Actually, that's number 2 this time. And he's going to get the first down up around Bleckley 45. That is number 2, Gilmore, Talik Gilmore. And Shane, they're throwing, that's the third guy they put in the quarterback position tonight.
Yep, so what they're doing, Don, is anytime they're doing a sweep or a hand sweep or a hand check, they're putting the running back, one of the running backs back there that they have. And then they have, of course, 2 quarterbacks. But we've only seen one quarterback actually throw the ball, number 15.
So. Yeah, that was 15 Jones. But apparently that's their game plan is just keep those fresh backs back there and run the ball. And now Jones will be in the quarterback position now. And like I said, he's thrown it twice. He's thrown the 1 touchdown pass. And he'll split 2 wide to the right. One guy runs on very late. One guy to the left. Nobody in the backfield with him. They have a tight end on the right side. And Jones he will throw. He's under heavy rush. He throws as he gets hit, and he overthrew everybody incomplete. Number 5 for Bleckley made the hit. That is Zach Stanley. He was about a half a step too late, Shane, or that would have been a big sack.
Yeah, nice swim move by Zach to get through there. The quarterback did a pretty good job of hanging in there because usually when somebody's bearing down on you, you kind of try to throw it away. But he actually, even though he did overthrow it, it was pretty much on line.
Trying to hit number 23 was the receiver up there. That is Conway. But like you said, Stanley disrupted that play. And like I said, he was maybe a step late from getting a sack. Here we go, second and 10 now. And is that Jones? No, but he has Walker lined up behind center now in the shotgun with 2 wideouts to the right. And Walker will keep himself right around the right side, and he got room. He's over 40 down about the Bleckley 39. He'll be third and about 4 from right there.
And Willie Harris on the backside defensive line shed the block, went down the line, and dove and made the tackle, the shoestring tackle.
Wow. It's just inside the 40s. We third and not quite 5, about 4 the length of the football. Well, we'll call it 5, and losing football just touching the 40. With 6:14 to go in the first quarter, we're tied at 7. Both teams scored on their opening drive. Then the Royals picked up one first down and then had to punt. But now Washington County's on the move again. They're sitting just inside our 40-yard line. It's third down and just shy of 5. And Jones, I think, is at quarterback now. They'll send one man in motion. He'll take the snap and he tries to hand the guy in motion. The ball's on the ground. And let's see who we got. Bleckley says they do. And the referee says we got it. So a big turnover right there.
Yeah, well, and it was a hand slipped on. The wide receiver was coming in motion. And when he came in motion, the quarterback just fumbled it just for a second and tried to hand it off. And they had a bad exchange and then couldn't locate the ball.
And he did hand it. He didn't toss it forward. If he tossed it, it would have been an incomplete pass, but he did hand it, so it is a fumble. And the Royals recover at their own 44, so there's a big defensive stop right there for the Royals. Let's see if we get something out of this pretty good field position. And Dominic Sasser will bring them on to the line. They'll send one wide right and one left, actually 2 left now. And Eli Mullis will line up just off the left tackle Mims there, so we'll call it 3 wide. There goes Stevens in motion. Sasser takes a snap. We may got away with a false start. No flag. He's going down the right side. There's no flag. And H misses. We may have defensive holding on Washington County, I think, right here in front of us, Shane.
Absolutely. It was a wheel route, Don. He was the only one on this side. It was an isolation play by Coach Lasker. Great play. The running back went motion to the left, flooded the left side, and it was one-on-one. He did a wheel route, but he held him as he did the wheel.
And it'll be a 10-yard penalty first down. Shane, I thought we got away with a false start. It looked like H may have had about a half step a little earlier, just out the corner of my eye, but unfortunately the official didn't see that way. And they mark it all the way up to the Washington 46. It will be a first down, or it should be. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it is. They do move the chains. And we got twins on each side, and Mobley will go in motion. Sasser takes a snap. He fakes. He gives it to Stevens on a delayed handoff, and he's going to get the ball come loose, but I think they have called him down. I hope they did anyway, and they did. Up around the Washington 42-yard line. It's going to be gain of about 4. Yeah, the second 6.
Yeah, the safety Jacqueline Hayes Jr. Well, he came in and put a really nice tackle on there, put the helmet right on the ball, Don, and it looked like it could have been either way.
Right, and fortunately for high school, we don't have replay.
Right,
or that could have been overturned, but they did call him down. Second 6 from the 42. They got trips to the right. This time nobody wide left. Sasser fake. He gives it to Stevens on the stretch fake. He's over the 40. Tries to break another tackle over the 35, and they're going to run him out of bounds. Somebody hit him hard right around over there, but no, not a late hit, just a good hard hit.
Yeah, Caden Maxwell, the senior for Washington County, really a good job because he was the only person over there, Don. That would have been 6 points if he hadn't made that tackle.
Yes, as it is, it's like the 35 of Washington, first to 10 Royals. Right there, Stevens will come off. Butler will go on. Twins to the left and to the right. Butler's in the backfield. Sasser in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He fakes the Butler. Throws a slant. It's complete to Yates. Around the 25 and brought down just inside the 25. And boy, Yates was about a step from taking that one to the house. Because there was nobody in the defensive backfield for that.
Yeah, this young man, he's looking really good, Don, in the slot position. He's just a sophomore, too. I mean, that's really bright future for this young man.
And look how tall he is. That's what you like in a receiver, that height. First and 10 from about a 24 now. Sasser takes the snap, and he gives it to Butler on the draw play, trying to bounce him outside. But he got hit hard and no gain on the play. He got hit up high, but I don't think he grabbed the face mask. No flag on the play.
Yeah, it looked like when he came in, from this angle and the fans' angle that you heard their reaction while ago, it looked like he did get a face mask, but he didn't. He got the front of the jersey.
Yeah, it was so awkward the way he fell backwards. You would think, face mask, but it was a good no call by the officials. It'll be second and 10, no gain on the play. With 3:50 to go in the quarter, we're tied at 7. The Royals are on the move. Second 10 from the Washington 24. Butler will go in motion this time. Sasser takes a snap. He's wanting to throw. Going down the right side, trying to hit H, and it's caught around the 10-yard line and run out of bounds or inside the 10. Nice catch by H there. And it's going to be first and goal, Bleckley, I think, from around the 7-yard line, maybe.
Right around the 7-yard line, Don.
Yep.
And the thing about that is that was one of those, that's the high school back shoulder throw.
Yep.
Not the perfected back shoulder throw in college and pros, but it was just the same way, and a great play and a great catch.
First and goal from the 7, 2 outs to the left. And he gives the Butler on the replay. And Butler goes in his own touchdown, Bleckley County. Some good blocking up front that time. 7-yard scoring strike.
And Don, it makes it really tough to defend that dive play when the quarterback Sasser is faking around the corner, because you never know when he's going to keep it. So you're keeping everybody engaged on the defense.
And Jane, you always heard the running game open up the passing game. Well, I think it's just opposite tonight. Our passing game kind of opened up the running game a little bit now. Jane Fordham for the extra point. It's set down and no good. Low kick, block, kick is no good. So with 3:25 to go in the first quarter, it's now Bleckley 13, Washington County 7. And Shane, to start with, our running game wasn't getting anything, but we've hit some good pass plays, and that kind of opens up your running game to break that defense off a little bit. Even though Washington County's been really loading up the front.
Well, it also helps when you're running 4 and 5 wide. You're making the defense play man to man. So when they're running with the receivers, if you run the ball, those they're taking 5 guys out of the play because they're watching their receiver.
So anyway, with 3:25 to go, it's 13-7, and James Fordham will kick it off. And Shane, have we got an update on the Dodge Northeast game?
We're looking right now.
That's the one we want to keep an eye on tonight. Other than this one, Fordham will kick off back deep for Washington County. It's Walker and number 23, Conway. Yeah, 20.
Yeah, so we got 9:04 in the first quarter.
No, 21. That is. I'm sorry.
9:04 in the first quarter. Northeast leads Dodge 6-0.
Okay, so we'll keep an update on that game. And this game tonight and that one have all kind of implications on the region title, or region standings rather. Still got a couple more games to go for everybody, so it won't decide it. Tonight, Fordham, high short kick this time. They're going to keep it out of Walker's hand. The up hand takes it about the 35, and he's going to be hit right there, brought down, no return at all. And that was number 11 for Washington County, Justin Hooks. And after that big return by Walker earlier, Shane, that's probably the smart thing to do right there.
Absolutely, and Caden Maxwell came in and made a good play there and prevented him from. He tried to go to their sideline. That was, the call. There's always a call by the coach of which way you're going to run the ball. So unfortunately, when you kick on one side or the other, now the kid thinks, okay, I've got to go way across the field, and sometimes when you do sideways, it gets really tough. So, but a great play by the Royals.
So first and 10 from their own 35. Walker's in the shotgun in that box formation. He will take it, and he'll keep it off right tackle, and not much. He might have got a yard, maybe 2. Royals all over that. And Shane, it is senior night here tonight, and Kate Maxwell is one of the seniors. And as we go along, we'll try to announce the seniors. But we also would like to give a big shout out to Mr. Chris Nobles for providing internet service all year long for us. He provides internet for people who can't get internet due to where they live. He will bring it out to the rural areas, and if you need internet where you live, just give Mr. Chris a call. We appreciate everything he does for us. 2nd and 7, he got about 3 up to about the 38-yard line, and Walker will keep it again, trying to pass off right tackle. He's got the first down and a little bit more. We're finally bringing him down around the 49.
That's one thing that you say about him, Don. When he's running the ball, he finds a little bitty seam. Not much, just a little bitty seam, and he hits it. He doesn't dance, juke, or anything. He goes right after it, and that downhill running got him a first down.
And you think he's going outside when he breaks it, but he cut that right off the tackle because, like you said, there's the seam. All right, 1st and 10 for their own 49. Again, they're in the box. This time they're going to put the wide out to the left. That's Walker again at the quarterback spot. And this time he'll keep it around the left, and he's trying to stretch it out. And we can. He's going to get over to 50 and get stripped up around the Bleckley 45 and falls forward about the Bleckley 43. Gain of about 8 from the play. Yeah. And there's a flag down, I think.
Well, I was just going to say there should be a flag because the defensive end was being engaged several times, but I'm not sure if they'll. I don't actually see one though.
Well, the reason I thought there's a flag, they stopped the clock and it's not near first down, but now they wind. Okay, there is not a flag. I just saw the official covering goes to stop it. But anyway, maybe he was looking at the wrong chain or something. But anyway, no penalty on the play. It was not a flag. When I said there's a flag, I got looking. Well, I don't see one. Anyway, second 2 at the gain of 8 at the Bleckley 43. And this is number 2 in the quarterback this time. He'll take it, try to keep it around the right side. He's got the first down and more. He's over 40, over to 35, down around the 33-yard line, maybe even the 32.
That's Tyler Gilmore.
Gilmore on the carry. Like we said, they've been running guys in and out of that position, and it's at the 32, first and 10 right there. Minute 15 to go in the first quarter, and they'll wind up when the chains move. So the way Washington's running the football chain, clock's going to steadily run when they had the ball. We've been throwing it more. But we're up 13-7, but Washington's on the move again. Now Walker back in at the quarterback. In that box formation, he'll take it, trying to keep it around the left side. Gets a buck, he cuts back in, and not much. Somebody knocked him backwards. I think it was Willie Harris. It was Willie.
It's a great play by Willie Harris.
He tried to cut back against the grain, and Big Willie was waiting on him and laid the wood to him.
And as you're looking on it on YouTube, Don, he was on the far side, defensive end. He came off his block and just filled the hole. The run back, little slower run back, bigger running back, tried to cut it back because there was a hole there, but Willie filled that in perfectly.
And I'm like you, when he cut it back, I thought he had a big gainer, but Willie come out of nowhere. No gain on the play, going to be second 10. Willie Harris really playing a good game so far. And this time I believe it's Gilmore running in behind the quarterback position. No, that's actually Jones, the quarterback, number 15. And Willie Harris is going to sack him back around the 42-yard line. Again, Willie Harris beat his block and made the play. And that was number 15, Jones, the quarterback who throws. I think we figured that one out.
And Justin Brett, the left tackle, number 50 for Washington County. Willie Harris just shot out like a rocket right past him. Boy, let me tell you, he was on a mission, Don.
And that is the end of the first quarter. I didn't realize we were that low. So at 1, Bleckley leads 13-7. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to Royal Football on the Royal Football Network. All right, welcome back, everybody. About to start the second quarter. Bleckley leads Washington County by a score of 13-7. Washington County will have it third and about 20 chain from the Bleckley 42. That's a big sack by Willie Harris. Again, you're looking at probably 4-down territory for all. And Jones is still there at quarterback, and he's in there. They're probably going to throw the football. Yeah, strip to the left. He takes it. He's wanting to throw. He's looking there, rolling to his right. He's throwing long down the right side, and the receiver stopped, and he overthrew everybody. Just a miscommunication there, I believe, because the receiver stopped. And the ball was well overthrown.
Yeah, and Gilmore, the receiver this time, not the running back, that time, or quarterback. He just cut it off about the 20-yard line, and the quarterback thought that he was going to just do a go route all the way in the end zone.
Well, it's 4th and 20 from the Bleckley 42. Now, they're just sending a whole new group of people. Are they going to punt this thing, or maybe line up they're going to? And I think they are. Bridges, who kicked off, is going to punt. But I think if they had got some yards on that play, they probably would have went for it.
It's a pretty interesting formation, Don, as much as they spread out on this punt.
Yeah, and Coach Lester calls a timeout. Maybe he saw something he didn't like and didn't want to take a chance, so timeout Bleckley County. Shane, we may have been a man short on the field because we got a guy running on late now. I think we did. We only had 10 men on the field. That may have been the reason for the timeout. So that would be 2 left for Bleckley now. It's 4th and 20 from the Bleckley 42. And Washington County has lined up in punt formation. But
real quick, Don, got a couple of updates. Dublin is playing Johnson County tonight after 1. Dublin is only 7-0. And Brooks County is on the road at Clinch. A big battle there. Brooks County's up 7-3 in the second quarter over Clinch.
And there's another big game down that way. I think it's Is it Fitzgerald and Thomasville?
Fitzgerald and Thomasville tonight,
That is a huge game.
and Colquitt and Lowndes tonight.
Oh, another huge game. That should be a battle there. It's in Colquitt, I believe, and both teams are really solid. It's 4th down and 20 for Washington. They will stay in the punt formation with Bridges, and back deep for the Royals is Mobley and Jenkins. They're standing right on the 10-yard line. And now they come in that same strange formation scheme where they spread everybody out wide, and we do have a man-on-man out there. They got 3 upbacks to block for the punter, and he will kick it. A line drive kick and fair catch called for by Jenkins. It hits, and he does touch it, but he doesn't fumble it, thank goodness, right around the 11-yard line or about the 10. He didn't want it to roll any farther, but he had about 5 white shirts around it. If he fumbles that ball, we're in the mess.
Well, at least he didn't try to scoop it up. He just kind of looks like he got his foot in the way and put his hands down on it. But
there is a flag I didn't see, Shane. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
yeah,
legal formation. Illegal formation. I think. Yep, the flag's laying right there in front of our bench. I couldn't see it. Like Coach Lashley's going to make him kick it again here, back it up to the 47-yard line.
And that's a lot of times when you have that spread punt formation. I mean, they had it spread from field to field. You got to have 7 on the line,
right,
and somebody wasn't quite on the line.
So it'll be 4th down and about 25 now from the 47, and they will line up that same formation again. Bridges will put it. Mobley and Jenkins standing about their own 15 this time. There's a snap. He will kick it. That's not a good kick at all. It's going to hit about the Bleckley 35, but it does take a Washington roll, and the roll is just inside the 20. Boy, that ball, like one of my wrist shots out of the rough there. It didn't even get about less than 10 feet off the ground, maybe.
Yeah, sliced a little to the right, too. But it did get a little bit of a roll, but that is a 10-yard differential in that penalty. Yeah, so it's still a big play.
But you got a 5-yard penalty but gained 10 yards on it, but it looked like I think we was going to shake out of bounds up around the 35, but he hit and rolled forward. But anyway, 1st and 10 from the 20. Sasser will bring him up. He's in the shotgun with twins on each side, and that is Stevens just to his right in the backfield. And he'll take the snap, and he gives it to McKenzie Brown, trying to get around the end around. He breaks one tackle in the backfield, but he's not going to break the others, and he's going to lose a couple of yards up to around the 18-yard line. That play was not good from the start.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm not going to say trick plays, but it was just just like an end around. Just didn't develop it. Developed really slow, and that's not good when you're trying to get around the corner.
That's what I was about to say. Look, Brown was slow making his motion move, and Sasser had to wait too long to get it to him, and by then Washington was all over it. Loss of 1 actually on the 19, 2nd and 11. Sasser takes a snap. He's wanting to throw, and they throw the screen. It's complete. He's got blockers out in front. That's Stevens. He's at 25. He's over the 30, got the first down up around the 31. But he had that set up pretty good, didn't he?
And what was even better was they set it up. Washington County went to cover 2, so nobody was on the run back, man to man, so he was able to go free. Big play.
And linemen did their job. They blocked, held up, and they released. And boy, he had blockers out in front of him. I thought he'd go more than it did, but he did get the first down up to the 32. And Eli Mullis will go in motion this time. Sasser takes it, and he gives it to Stevens on the read. He trips as he took the ball, but he kept his feet, and he might have got a yard or two up to around the 34, maybe, according to the official on the far side. It's going to be 2nd down and about 8, probably. With 10-19 and County go in the half, we're up 13-7.
Big number 63, Darius Johnson for Washington County, pretty much plugged that hole down. I mean, that defensive lineman, those guys are pretty big up front.
And they gave him more than I thought. He's just about a football shy of 35. So he got about 2.5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down, about 7.5 maybe. Twins on each side, and that's Butler in the backfield now with Sasser. He'll take the snap, and Sasser will give it to him. He fakes it, and Sasser rolling to his right. And he's wanting to throw it. He throws long and pretty much threw it away on the Washington sideline over there. Of course, Sasser faked me. I thought he gave it to Butler on that play.
Yeah, he did 2 curl routes on the other side, about a 15-yard curl routes. Both receivers did it, but the only problem is when you're going around the end scrambling, when you got a curl route, they don't really know sometimes where to go, which way to go to try and get open.
So it's going to be 3rd, about 7.5 from just shy of 35-yard line with 9:47 to go in half. Bleckley up 13-7. And a big important Region 3 AA game tonight for both teams. All right, everybody get bunched in tight now. 2 wideouts, but up on each side. They're bunched in tight. Sasser shotgun. He takes it straight back to throw. He's looking, and he throws over the middle. It's complete to Eli Mullis. Eli gets hit hard and he's going to lose the first down by doing that. Eli was right at the sticks when he caught it, but somebody hit him and Eli bounced off of him. And he lost his balance and lost a couple of yards, and it's going to be shy of first down by about 3 yards, it's like.
Yeah, when he caught the ball, like he was right at the 41-yard line, Don, but you're exactly right. When he got hit, he went back about 3 yards and then tried to make up for it. But
yeah, when he caught it, like you said, I think he was about a yard shy. If he could have turned before he got hit, he probably could have fell forward for the first, but he got hit pretty much right time he caught it. And he marked it at the 39. It's 4th and 3, and we're going to line up the punt here. That is Walker back deep, and Rozier will punt it, and they have everybody up so close. Okay, come after it, but he don't get it. A high short kick again, very high. He'll come down around the Washington 35 out of bounds, and look like Coach Davis almost caught that one. And boy, they're going to mark it up. He's still walking at the 40-yard line. At their own 40, the 1st and 10, Washington right there. 9:30 to go in half.
that was a knuckleball. I mean, it was when he punted that ball.
It did spin it all.
It was just hanging in there. But the only bad part is usually when it comes down, there's no bounce to it. But unfortunately, it was out of bounds, and Coach Davis will give him an E6 on that one.
Yeah, it was an E6. He didn't catch it, but he should have. It was an easy catch. And I feel Necro through. I think I read it.
Did.
You're right. You could probably read the writing on the ball or the label. Anyway, 1st and 10 from their own 40, and they'll put 2 wideouts left, and it looks like Walker's in that. Yep, this him in that box formation again. He's probably going to run left on it, and he will. He's trying to get around the left side, cuts back in. He's hit the line of scrimmage and brought down right there. He's going to lose a yard or two. No, they may give progress right to the 40. No gain on the play.
Yeah, that was. Sometimes you do need a juke or a jive every now and then. And Walker, unfortunately, again, down the runner. If he had waited, he possibly could have got outside for a couple of yards there, but he tried to just push it right on in that off tackle position.
And so far, most of the time when he tries to cut back, our back pursuit is really good. We've really been there to make the play, namely Willie Harris most of the time. 2nd and 10, no gain. Again, Walker in that same formation. And he's going to keep around the left, trying to get around the left side. He cuts back in. He's got a little room this time. He's over to 45 and maybe the 46 or 47 where he's going to spot him. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3. I think they do give him the 47. Yep, right at the 47-yard line. 3rd and 3 right there.
By the way, Fitzgerald is leading Thomasville 7-0 in the second quarter.
And I picked Fitzgerald in my pick'em contest.
All right. Going pretty good so far.
That is a thing. I don't know if you've heard of Georgia High School Daily.
I have.
Well, they send you an email every day, and every week they have 10 games. You pick a winner, and you get a prize if you're the winner, of course. Anywhere from 800 to 900 people do it every week, so good luck. You better pick every game right.
Right.
About 3rd and 3, and it looks like Jones is in at quarterback this time, or it may be Walker, and he keeps it around the right side, and he's going to fall forward for the first down, just right at the 50, maybe just over the 50.
And he did a great job leaning down, leaning forward to get that extra yard, Don.
And it was Walker, and both line officials saying right at the 50, but that's enough for the first. I thought he got over 50. Unless his knee went down before he fell forward. It is 1st and 10 right at midfield. Yeah, that's a good contest again. I've been in it ever since they started. I've never won. Last week I only lost 1 game, but you might as well lost them all because somebody's going to go undefeated. They always do.
Absolutely.
With 900 people in there, good luck.
Especially with only 10 games.
Right. Walker in that same box formation again, 1st and 10, and he's going to keep it around the left side this time, trying to get around the left. And we close quickly, and he's not going to get much. He might have got back to the line, and that's about it. And I think they may have given him the football length over 50. I mean, 2nd down at about 9.5 right there.
Yeah, that's a great job by the defensive line for the Royals on that side to string it out and then just make the tackle. Just real simple football right there.
And we're nearing the 7-minute mark here in the half. We're leading 13-7. And no secret, Washington County wants to run the football out of that box formation. When they throw, they do bring in another quarterback.
Quick 8-day, Don, 10:38, second quarter, Dodge County, 6 Northeast 6.
Got a game going on down there. This time Walker tries to cut back up the middle, and he's hit right away, and actually that's Gilmore, and he's still on his feet going backwards. Gets up to about the Bleckley 42-yard line. Game was about 8. When it looked, he wasn't going to get about 2 or 3.
It looked like Duffy had him. He grabbed a hold of him, but he kept pushing forward with those legs and kept pushing and pushing and pushing and got 5 more yards.
And that was Gilmore. Did get that right. And Walker comes back in now. Number 2 and number 9 and their main runners out of that formation. And it's 3rd and about 2. I'll bet you a Diet Coke when he runs this football. Walker's in that box formation again, 2 outs to the left, and he's going to run left. You're right. Change motion left over here. And Walker will keep it to the left. We're trying to stretch it out, and he's going to get the first down, I think, over 40. He got just enough, I think, maybe. It looks like the official on the far side and give him just over 40, but will be a first down. I thought he was going to stretch him out and make him keep running parallel, but he cut up at the last moment. And they mark it at the Bleckley 38. He got more than I thought he did. Be first and 10 right there. They'll wind it. I guess they said he stayed in bounds. 5:55 to go to get half.
Yeah, and then they ran to the wide side of the field, which was their side, Don, and stretched it out. But he had a seam and got the first down.
He cut it up, you're right at the last second there. And now they're going to let it to the right side this time with Walker back there. From the Bleckley 38, first and 10. Here he comes to the right this time. Actually, that's Gilmore, and he's going to cut inside. And somebody stood him up after a gain of about 2. And it may have been Luke Duffy, I believe, for 17.
Yes, it is.
And it is a gain of 2, going to be second and 8 at the Bleckley 36. And we're at 5:25 and counting here in the half.
And Colton Smith, Don, for Washington County, the tight end, he is just basically doing a one-step and cutting the end off and trying to get that corner for these sweep plays.
And the way Washington County is really set on running football, Shane, your possessions may be limited tonight, so you better make the best of them. Second and 8. From the Bleckley 36. Walker in the shotgun, and he's going to keep it around the left side this time. And we're trying to stretch it out, but he cuts up, and he's at the 35, and maybe got inside the 35 to about the 34. We're trying to stretch him out again, but again, Shane, he hit that seam and still got positive yardage out of it.
Yeah, Maxwell made a good play, though, coming off that side, making the tackle. Good open field tackle for the Royals.
Anytime they run wide like that, the longer you keep him running parallel, the better. But he is so good at hitting that seam, and he's got that quick step into the seam. He ended up getting almost 4 yards out of play. Well, actually, a couple yards because we were on 36. This will be third and about 6.5 from just inside the Bleckley 34, or just outside the 34. And is that Jones in there? No, it is Jones. He's wanting to throw, and he's letting throw over middle incomplete. Overthrew everybody again, trying to hit. He had 2 receivers down there for some reason. It's going to be fourth down about 7.
They're trying to hit Carswell on like about a 15-yard hitch there, but he just, again, miscommunication. It's a young quarterback they're throwing the ball on. He's got a great arm, but, I believe he's a sophomore.
That's what I was about to check. I think he is very young.
Yeah, he's a 10th grader.
A sophomore. You're
right.
right.
So got a lot to learn, but he's got a great-looking arm.
Yeah, and he has to overcome several receivers. He stays in there on fourth down. And fourth and about 6.5, maybe 7. Jones drops. He's wanting to throw. He's looking there. He's put it down, try to run. He's going to run around. He stumbles, falls down, and loses yardage back around the 49. So Bleckley will take over right there. He couldn't find the receiver, so he tried to run, and the 49-yard line made it.
Yeah, and sometimes that blade of grass just gets up and hits it. I've seen many players in my coaching career that they'll actually be wide open and have plenty of time, but then they just, like a turf toe, and they just get a blade of grass, and their cleats are just a little bit too long probably, and they just basically get a face on it.
And a lot of times, like I said, when they run out, when they don't find a receiver, they try to run around the pocket, and that you're not paying attention really to what you're doing. I ain't sure what you're doing, but you're running. And like I said, the way the grass will trip you in the heartbeat. So first and 10 from the 48 where they actually mark it. Sasser takes the snap, and he gives it to Stevens on the read. He's got Williams over the 50, over the 45. This is a good race now. That's actually Butler, not Stevens. I missed it again. But he's down to the Washington County 27-yard line. Just a quick track play, Shane, and hole opened up right behind the Mayor's Films.
Yeah, Zeb Newboy's led that play, Don. Great block there. And I tell you what, the one defender that was left grabbed a piece of that jersey or he'd been gone.
Yep. That was Butler. I called Stevens, but now Stevens is back in there. First and 10 from the Washington 27 as we 3:48 and counting, and Mullis will go in motion. He'll step as the H back to the right. That's what takes it. Gives it to Stevens on the stretch play. He'll cut back in. He's over the 25. Gets hit right there about the 23-yard line, maybe the 23 or the 24. I'm not sure where we're going to spot it, but gain of about 3 or 4 on play. And 3:30 to go in the half and counting.
That time, clock's moving pretty quick in the second quarter.
Yeah, Washington County's done nothing but run the football. Now we're running it pretty well. They put it just inside about 24. It's going to be third down and about 7. Second down and 7. Gain of 3. Sasha now 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Mills doesn't know what's going on now. He'll finally line up. Sasha takes the snap, and he gives it to Stevens again, this time on the left side, and not much. Washington County hit him right at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he gained anything.
If he did, it was, I don't know what forward motion it was. It looked like it was, he lost a yard, but the side judge over there says looks like he got
no gain.
Yeah.
I mean, 3rd and 7. I'm like you. I thought he got stopped about the 25, but they put it on the 24. We're under 3 minutes now, 2:43 and counting. 13-7, Bleckley leads it, but we're getting great field position here to maybe some points. Third down and about 7 from the 24. Sasser and shotgun. He takes it, he fakes, he's looking throw. Throw down the middle, flip under wide open, and it's incomplete. He had Eli Mullis, I believe. Yep, wide open right down the middle, and Mullis just couldn't pull it in. And I think it's a pretty good pass, Shane. Look, Mullis just.
And this may be the difference, Don. Of course, I don't see any wind going on now, but a while ago, earlier, the wind was blowing a little bit in his face. He was a nice lob for him to get under it. The only problem is with no wind, there's a little bit of difference there, a little bit long, and he just couldn't get it.
All right, 4th down. We're going to go for this. And why not? We're on the 24. 4th and 7, and did we call a timeout? No, they're just looking for the play. But Mullis was wide open. He could have just tiptoed to the end zone. And Eli normally doesn't drop those kind. Anyway, 4th and 7, 2:28 to go in a half. And Mobley will go in motion. Sasser takes the snap, looking to throw. We got to have at least 7. He throws down the left side to 8 cents, out of bounds, incomplete. Try to throw that back shoulder fade again. And Washington County will take over on downs. But boy, what a missed opportunity, Shane.
Absolutely. And you go down, get down there. Just it only takes inches. Inches. That's all it takes.
Always a game of inches, and it could be no more truer than on that play right there. And like I said, Eli normally makes that catch no problem, but just one of those things.
Yeah, and it is Dodge County 12, Northeast 6 now.
Got a game
second
going.
quarter.
That will help Bleckley if Dodge can pull that one off. However, it will move Dodge into a tie as well. So, but if Northeast wins, they'll have a stronghold on the region.
Yeah, because they would have beaten Washington County, Bleckley, and Dodge if the Northeast wins tonight.
And they went through the meat of their schedule as well. All right, Walker in that box again. He's going to try to run on the left side. And we try to stretch him out, but he cuts up. He's over 40. Look at he's going down the sideline. And we finally run him out of bounds just over midfield. He almost broke it and took it to the house. Got some good block on that left side over there. And let's see where they spot him out of bounds at. Looks like about the Bleckley 46.
It's a big run, Don.
It was. And our last guy got him, or he would have took that home. With 2:15 to go in half, they have all 3 of their timeouts, Shane, so they're not going to sit on this thing.
Got a couple updates on Coffee County's leading Lowndes 21-3.
Oh boy!
And Houston County and Valdosta tied 3-3, almost at halftime.
Walker in that box formation again. 1st and 10 from the Bleckley 46. And loose now. That's its number 11 this time. He's behind the line. He loses yardage. That was not Walker. That was number 11, Hooks, on the keeper, and he lost back to about the 49. Lost to about 3. The snap was kind of low and to the right. He had to reach around to catch it. And it's going to be 2nd and about 13 now.
And that's one of their bigger running backs, Don, number 11. And he tried to run a couple steps to the left. He should have just went straight forward. I mean, by the time he took 2 steps to the left, we had 2 guys in the back of it.
Clock running at 1:43, and now Walker's back in there, number 9. They're lined up strong to the left, so he's probably going to run left. And there he goes. Now he'll come back up, about off the guard position, and he's still on his feet. Breaks free, and there he goes. He's going to go to the house for a touchdown. Wow, we had him stuffed that line after a gain of about 2 or 3, and he just kept driving, Shane, and broke through there.
Yeah, and that's all about ramping up, making sure that you get those legs stopped from grinding, because that little young man right there keeps moving his legs the entire time, and he did.
And you got to play until the whistle. You can't assume they're going to blow up for progress dead. And I'm not saying we just quit on the play, but it looks like we had him stopped. He just breaks out, and there's nobody there, and he takes it to the house. So they tied at 13 with the extra point to come. Number 87, a left foot kicker for them. That is Carrera. And it's set down, and it's up, and did it get in there? Yes, it did. It is good. So with 1:24 to go in the half, Washington County takes a 14-13 lead. But Boy, Shane, what a change in momentum. We go from dropping a sure touchdown pass to them breaking a home run on us.
And it really, that play right there, we still have a minute 24, so hopefully the kids can bounce back here. But that play, it's the deflator right before halftime.
Right. And Washington County will receive the second half kickoff. And that's always important. If you get that last drive before half and then get the ball, you got back-to-back positions. But like you said, we got 2 timeouts in minute 24, so
and a pretty good kicker.
Got time to do something. Got a good field goal kicker.
Yes.
Florida has been very accurate all year. Not sure what his distance is, what his max would be. I'm not sure how far we have to get in his range, but
well, he's kicking from the 35 in pregame, Don. So we would have to, get 7 yards from the 35.
Yeah, so around the 28-yard line.
28-yard line, somewhere around there.
Bridges will kick off for them, and back deep is Mobley and Jenkins standing about the 10-yard line. But he has put it in the end zone every time he's kicked off. And if he does that, that'll be okay too, starting from the 20 with 2 timeouts. Bridges will approach. Well, actually, the ball fell off the tee. You have to re-tee it. So what a turn of events here.
That was a big play. I mean, a big play by Washington County.
And we go from a sure touchdown pass that was dropped to they're breaking a long run on us. We go from potentially going up 2 scores to they're up by 1 point. Bridges will approach it again. And the high, this may go in the end zone. Well, that's going to be short. Jenkins will take about the 8. He's up to 10. Cuts back to the middle field at 15, 20. It's a block, 25, 30. Look out, he comes down the left side, 35. Trying to break another tackle over the 40. Flag down. He came in and right a tackle. There comes another flag. This maybe a hole, or this could be a face mask?
Face mask.
Yeah, look. Yeah, it's kind of funny looking. So it's a face mask he added on to the end of the run from around the 42-yard line. Yep, and it's the personal foul variety. That'd be 15. So we'll be in great field position here.
Yeah, so what happened was not only did he grab face mask on, but when he went to tackle him, it's kind of a little bit of tug, too. Yeah. So that's where that personal foul came into.
Yeah, anytime you hang on to it and tug, like you said, and it assists in you making the play, they're going to call it a personal foul variety. And from our 42 all the way up to there, it's going to be inside their 45. And it's going to be at their 42. So 1st and 10, Bleckley from the Washington 42 with a minute 14 to go in half.
Great field position, Don. Great chance right here.
2 timeouts, that's plenty of time. And we're going to run trips to the right, 2 to the left. Nobody in the backfield with Sasser this time. And they'll line 4 men up on the defensive line. And they bring all 4. Sasser looking to throw. Now he's going to pull it down. He rolls over the middle and compete through it toward the H. We're in just a deep slant down the middle of the field. I don't know if that slipped out of Sasser's hand or not, but it was very short.
Yeah, and with going 5 wide, Don, they ran a 4-man line with 2 middle linebackers, no safety deep. They played man-to-man straight up.
And so if you can beat your man, you got a chance for a big play here.
Nothing like a little motion, to get that man off of you.
And H was there, but like I said, that ball may have slipped out of Sasser's hands. It was very short. Sasser looking to throw again. Going along down the left side, H again, and that's going to be pass interference. Boy, the flag came out. There comes another flag, which is for the same. There comes another flag. Now, did Yates just do something stupid?
I would think so.
I think he did. So this will be a dead ball.
It'll be a dead ball.
So the pass interference will be marked off, and then they're going to mark it back against us. So we're going to be right back where we started. But we should get it's not automatic first down, but it will be because it's 15 yards.
Yeah, we'll see what he calls here. But
H, I saw what H did, and that's not going to make Coach Lassiter happy. But it was pass interference, that was no doubt. And the dead ball penalty was going to be, I think, on Yates for extracurricular activity.
Right, so he's going to mark that off and then call the next penalty.
It'll be a 15-yard, and it will be enough for the first, even though it's not automatic no more in high school.
Right, so now he's going to call that. Now he's going to do.
And the referee was talking to Coach Lassiter.
All right, so now he's marked it. Now he's going to call dead ball.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Bleckley. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offset. So the pass interference will stand, or the yardage will stand. The penalty will stand anyway.
Yeah, that's big because I did not see the offsetting part.
I didn't either. I think we may have got a break unless the Washington County guy said something. They hadn't seen anything physical, but we saw what Yates did.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Apparently he may have said something that the official heard, and I'm sure Coach Ingram not happy about that until they explain it to him, and he still won't be happy about it. But anyway, the penalty yard is up to the 27-yard line. First and 10, Bleckley right there, trips to the right, one to the left, and he gives it Stevens on the stretch play, and he's over. That yard is over. Oh, they blew it dead. They blew it dead. My bad. Motion. Flag down over. It's going to be a false start on Bleckley. I wonder why everybody stopped, and Stevens had a hold, and he stopped.
Yeah. Number 11, I think, was quite set. Yeah, 13. One of the others, they were. I think they were trying to get there on the line, and they were still moving.
So the 5-yard penalty back up to 32, be first and 15 there. A minute 1 to go in the half. We still have those 2 timeouts. So Shane, we can get a few more yards. We can get field goal range and nothing else.
Absolutely, you'll need the 5 yards.
Sasser shotgun, trips right, Twins left. Nobody in the backfield. Sasser looking to throw. Still looking. Now he's under rush. He throws down the left side, flag down, and incomplete. Is this going to be defensive holding maybe? There's 2 flags. One in backfield and one. And there comes another late flag. Boy, we got 3 flags, and the late one was dead ball.
Yeah, well, that one right there, we know what that one is.
That's
a hold.
And this may be a hold on us right here.
Right, this one here is a hold for us.
And the one down the field about the 25, I think may be defensive holding. Now, the late one's going to be unsportsmanlike on somebody. It came way out to the plate.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be young man there's the other side over there.
There's a flag at the Washington 41, I think it's going to be on Bleckley for holding. But there's one at Washington 25, I think is going to be defensive holding. Because look, he grabbed our receiver. Then the late flag came in, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike on somebody. Holding on Bleckley. Pass interference on Washington. That was set.
But then a dead ball.
Personal foul on Bleckley. How about that? I thought that may have been on Washington. I didn't see what Bleckley did there.
Well, I know.
He put his finger on his shoulder.
Yeah, I know there was 2 men engaged there, but I don't really know exactly the details on it. But unfortunately, now it's going to push us back
to the 47.
Yeah, so
that's going to be.
Now you're talking about 20 yards just to get into field goal range.
But with 2 offsetting penalties, I think the down was still one of them, but they're putting the second down on the board over there.
It should be first down still.
Yeah, because offsetting penalties, you replay the down if I'm not correct. If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, we got a long way to get to 47. We got to get to the 17. Sasser takes the snap. He's wanting to throw. He's looking. That's throwing long down the left side. Got Stevens down there, and it's incomplete. They had triple coverage, almost intercepted, but incomplete. And Stevens still down, but he's up, and one of our guys is down, but he's up. But now they got third down on the scoreboard and marker, but I thought the offset would replay the down, even though we had a dead ball penalty.
Yeah, and Marquez Brown going right down the middle of the seam there. The two defensive backs for Washington County covered the guy that was actually the ball was thrown to, but one of them should have been covering the Marquez Brown, and he was running right through the middle, wide open.
Right, they're still saying third down here. Maybe they're correct, but I thought the offsetting replayed it down. Anyway, third down, and we're at the 47. We got to get to about the 18-yard line.
And that's what Coach Laster is saying. It's second down.
I know we had a dead ball penalty, but the offsetting penalties replayed it down. The dead ball doesn't erase that. Now, if it's just been a dead ball and nothing else, you count it down. Now they're going to talk it over, and they are changing it to second down now. The official did signal over second down.
I hope you pick Colquitt, Don, because right now it's Colquitt 24, Lowndes 3.
I think I picked Lowndes. I'd have to go and check. That was one of those I was sure on, but I hope I picked Colquitt. I don't think I did. And they do flip it over to second down. Second down, and from the 47, we got to get all the way to the 17. About 30 yards to go here for the first down. Sasser takes the snap, looking to throw. Now he's going to roll to his right. Now he's going to come back to the middle. He's in there, rush. He's going to get sacked back at the Bleckley 46-yard line. And that was a big defensive play by Washington County. We're down to 35 and counting on the clock. And somebody called a timeout. Washington County did. They want to get the ball back here. With 34 seconds to go, they burned their first time out. Bleckley still has 2.
Don, you look at markers. I mean, at first and 10 at the 27-yard line, and now we're third and
from our 45.
Right. So
third and let's see, 10, 20, 27, third and 37. I think if I got that correct. Yep, third and 37 with 34 seconds to go in half. So Shane, you don't want to risk a turnover right here, so run to safety and punt it back to him.
I would make sure that you stay in bounds, run the ball or do something. Because what play do you call? Third and forever.
You don't have many third and forever plays in the playbook, do you?
No, I don't think we ever had one. So
you want to keep it in bounds and and keep the clock running, force them to call a timeout if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, and you don't have to do a draw because everybody's expecting a draw, but you could do like a screen or a slant pass, something that you can maybe have a chance, but at least stay inbounds.
They got trips well, and they will run the draw play to Stevens. Ours Butler's over to 50, over to 45. He got a long way to go. Gets down about there 38, and he stayed in bounds as well. The clock will run out at 24. And let's see if Washington County wants to stop there. And they do finally call a timeout. With clock still running though. It's still running. But they were trying to stop it around 20 seconds. And it's still running. Clock is always, they stop it at 13. But they called a timeout at about 20 seconds ago. I'm sure they'll reset that. Set to Washington 38.
13 seconds left, and down in Eastman. Northeast has scored. It's 14-12 now. Northeast over Dodge.
And from looking at last week, Shane, Northeast does not have much of a kicking game for as field goal and extra points. So when they had 6, I knew they missed it, and they went for 2 and 14. But last week they had missed all their extra points trying to kick. But then their last touchdown, he splits their price.
Oh, wow.
The only one he kicked all night, that was halfway decent.
We'll give you an update. We were saying Dublin was struggling a little bit with Johnson County. Well, Dublin's decided to put 28 more on the board in the second quarter. It's 35-0 now. So Dublin over Johnson County.
So Coach Holmes decided to go ahead and start calling the plays he wanted to call instead of just taking it easy.
Absolutely.
Boy, Dublin just seems to reload every year, don't they? I know they dropped down the classification this year, and they lost a lot of seniors off that state title team last year, but it's like next man up, I guess.
Not a mild upset, but because I know Thomasville is undefeated too, but it's 7-7 going into the halftime. Thomasville and Fitzgerald.
That'd be a good game to watch if you weren't here, folks. I had Fitzgerald in that game, though. All right, 4th down. We're going to go for this, Shane. We're not going to punt it. 4th down from the 38. 4th and about 20-something yards. Looks like Sacker takes the snap. He's wanting to throw. He's under a heavy rush. He's hit from behind, sacked back at the 44. That's going to stop the clock on the change of possession with 14 seconds to go. Now, he did reset the clock after the timeout, which was the right thing to do because they did call timeout earlier than that.
Yeah, and it's really a tough play there, 4th down. And you always tell the quarterback, hey, look, if you just feel a little pressure, throw the ball somewhere.
Right.
Because even if it's an interception, it's 4th down. It'd be like a punt, if you threw like a 30-yard pass.
Right, and it probably burns a little more time, too.
Right.
With 14.9 seconds to go, they do have one timeout, 1st and 10 from their own 43. And Shane, quick, this is from James Hagler, who couldn't make it tonight. He says, longtime Dublin kicking coach and his cousin George Hagler passed away last Saturday.
Oh, wow.
You remember the Haglers over there was
absolutely
just a line of kickers over there. Could have flag. That's going to be an illegal substitution. They had a guy run off the field very late. That's going to be an illegal sub because they broke the huddle with 12 men, I think, Shane, what it was. Or did they wave it off? Well, they waved it off. Beg your pardon, no penalty. Apparently they did break the huddle with 12 men. But, the Haglers, they were a lot of line kickers there. They went play Division I, I think, South
Carolina, yes.
Then he played for Seattle.
Jones takes the snap. He's wanting to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. And they may let it run out. I thought they'd burn their last time out. Clock down to 5, 4. Yeah, that's going to be the half, folks. They're not going to call timeout. Jones is sacked back around the 40-yard line. So at the half, Washington County leads at 14-13, still anybody's game. We'll take about a 20-minute break. Be back. Let's see what time we got here. We'll be back in about 8:53 or so. Enjoy. We'll leave the camera on for the band. Enjoy the view with the mic. And we'll see you in about 20 minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're finishing up, just wrapping up halftime here with your score: Washington County 14, Bleckley 13, and we'll be underway in just a few moments. Halftime show, Shane, was pretty much the Royal Band, but then they had a little school competition out here trying to see who's the best.
Yeah, school spirit. And the seniors came through, as always, at the end of the senior night. The school
Only fit.
Imagine that, right? I do have some region scores, Don. I know that, of course, we know this one's 14-13 right now at halftime, but Dodge County's playing at home against Northeast. Need Dodge County to win tonight. Halftime Northeast winning 14-12, and then the other game that's in the region, Monticello is at Lamar, and Lamar is up 7-0. Some of your other scores, Don. Peach County is beating Jackson 17-10, kind of a close score, kind of interesting. Then Vidalia and Toombs at half, tied at 13.
And that is a big rival down that way. They're only less than 10 miles apart.
8 miles, I believe. Thomasville and Fitzgerald at halftime, 14-14. Coffee and Veterans tied at 21 at halftime. Interesting there. And then, Charlton County, Irwin County has always been a pretty good game, but not tonight, Don. Start of third quarter, Irwin 37, Charlton 3.
Yeah. And Irwin coming off a state title victory last year in single A ball, but they lost some players, but they're still back. I mean, they seem to be rolling right along.
It's going to be interesting, though. You got Brooks and Dublin in there now. So,
yeah. All right, we're about ready to go here. Bleckley will kick it off. James Ford will kick it back deep for the Golden Hawks is number 9, Walker, and number 21, I keep forgetting his name, Hines. And it's a high, short kick. One of the openings going to take it about the 20s, up to 25, 30, trying to get on the left side, 35, breaks to the left side, 45, 50 down the sideline. He goes in. He may go to the house. He will. It'll be a touchdown in Washington County. And it actually was 21 Hines. He was playing up. He was not deep. So the second half does not start off very good for Bleckley. There's a flag down, though. Where is it at? I hope it's way back here. I don't. Okay, they'll set at the 14-yard line, Bleckley 14, but hopefully we'll erase the touchdown. Wow, Hines took it. He took it about 80 yards.
Right, about 80 yards.
Right around the 20 when we caught it. Yeah.
It's a holding, Don.
The hold from the 14 will back it up to the 24, but it'll be on Bleckley's 24. But it's better than being Bleckley's end zone.
Yeah, at least now you got to make them earn the extra 25, 30 yards.
And the first time we kicked off, they had to go return all the way down 30. So,
and we tried the pooch kick, Don, trying to keep it out of the hands of the electric players that they have. And it just didn't work out that time.
Yeah, Hines was actually playing up. He was not one of the deep men. He is one of their threats back there. Anyway, they have it first and 10 from our 24. Walker's in that box formation again. And he'll send a man in motion. That's something to do. And he fakes him. Now he's going to try to keep it around the left. He cuts back in. He's over to 20, over to 15, and still on his feet, pushing the pile. And they're near the 10-yard line. Still pushing. We can't get him down. He's all the way down to about the 3-yard line. Just could not tackle that young man. Or couldn't get him down. We were there wrapping up on him, and they had their guys pushing the pile and.
All about leg strength, Don. He doesn't stop those legs. You have to tackle him as waist to prevent him from moving.
And it's just inside the 4, first and goal right there, and Walker's still in there. And well, if it's not broke, don't fix it, as they say. So he's probably running it again. They line up maybe to the right. We do have a wide out to the left. And he'll come in motion again, and Walker will keep it on the same play, getting around the left side, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington County. He just cut up the seam and just dove at the goal line. He got hit, but not enough to keep him out. And Washington County increases their lead now to 20-13 with the extra point come.
Well, and what they've been doing, Don, is they've been running that hand sweep, quarterback sweep, and now this is the sweep fake. That's 2 times in a row at the beginning of this series, and it's been very successful.
When he comes in motion, you've got our guys going with him, and they run it the opposite way, and there's no pursuit there. Like Carrera for the extra point. It's set down, it's up and good, and that makes it 21-13. And Shane, you come out 1 point down, and they get a big kick return, and 2 plays later they're in the end zone. And we're not even a minute into the half here.
Now, and the thing that I talked about before halftime, Don, when they got that big touchdown, the momentum shifted drastically. And then we went down, we were on the 27-yard line, 1st and 10, and we got pushed back by 35 yards.
Yeah, a couple penalties and sack.
And then Washington County gets the ball second half, and it was very forceful on that play, that series.
And I don't mean to harp on one play, but the touchdown pass we had, unfortunately, Mullis just couldn't make. And then 2-3 plays later, they break a long run. You're talking about a big swing. That's a 14-point swing right there.
Yeah.
Bleckley chanced up 2 scores and ends up Washington about 1 point.
And this series right here is going to be huge, John, frankly.
Because the way they run the ball, the possessions are going to be limited tonight. So they control the clock when they run as well. Bridges will kick off back deep for Bleckley's Mobley and Jenkins, standing around the 10-yard line. And it's a line drive sort of kick, and Mobley will build it about the 8. He's at the 10, 15, the 20, cutting to the right side. And he's pulling the guy with him over to 25, near the 30, and brought down probably maybe just shy of the 30, looks like. But good field position to start off here for the Royals. Is there a flag down? No, they're getting the ball. Okay. The official running over. I thought he saw a flag, but he's retrieving the Bleckley football. And they do mark it at the 30. 1st and 10 for Bleckley, right at the nose of the football, just touching the 30-yard line. 11:03 to go in the 3rd quarter. Washington County up 21-13 now. And Shane, we're talking about we were hoping Dodge beats Northeast. Well, we got to take care of business ourselves first.
We got to take care of business ourselves.
Don't worry about what's going on down the road. 1st and 10 now. Sasser will bring them up shotgun. Twins on each side, and Butler's in the backfield just to his right. Washington County has 5 on the line. They'll drop 1 back. And he takes it and he gives it Butler on the stretch play or the read. He's over to 30 and cuts back in and gets to about the 33, gain of about 3 on the play. And kind of like the air just let out of the stadium after the drive, didn't it? Kind of quiet on the left side over there.
And like I said, this series right here,
it's huge.
Got to get first downs. Got to move the ball.
Gain of about 3, going to be 2nd and 7. Sasser shotgun again. He has tripped the Twins to the right. Eli Mullis just behind the tackles, an H-back, and he has, I believe, it's H very wide to the left, and Butler is just to the right of him in the backfield. He takes it. He's rolling right. He's wanting to throw. He's got plenty of time. Throws out in the flat. Diving catch over there by Johnson. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Up around the 34-yard line. Going to be a first down. And Johnson, that's his first reception of the night that I can remember. But it went on the 43, but it's still a first down. And they'll put it to the line. They'll put Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Mullis is the H-back. Sasser takes it. Gives it to Butler on the strip on Reed. He's up the middle, pulling the guy with it over to 45, and they'll shove him back. Progress going to get him up to about the 47, maybe the 48. 48. The official on this side, yep, it will be the 48. That'd be a gain of 4. It'd be 2nd and 6. That would be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. The math wasn't quite correct there.
It's that Dodge County math.
That's a Dodge County math. There's only one kind.
That's right.
Nothing like it. I had 12 years of it.
I know.
2nd and 5 now. Sasser shotgun again. He takes it. He fakes. He's wanting to throw. Got some time. He's rolling to his right now. He's going to pull it down. He's going to be sacked. Back around the original line. He falls forward and maybe only lost about 3 or 4 instead of 5.
Yeah, and that's where when you get into that pocket, he had great protection. You know, once you got 7 seconds done, you either got to tuck it and run or you got to get rid of it somewhere.
Yeah, Shane just watching the receivers come back. I think we had everybody at least 15 yards downfield. There was really no check down there. I didn't see a check down anyway. Anyway, it's going to be 3rd down at about 9 from the 44. Big 3rd down right here. Sasser takes it, and he gives it. He wanted to pull it. He finally does pull it. He's going to get it about the 47. Butler didn't want to get rid of it. A little confusing there. He stuck it in Butler's gut, but then tried to pull it. Butler didn't want to let go of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is when you put the ball in the belly, and if you don't feel a tug, then the running back clamps down.
Right.
Well, he tugged on it just a little too hard there, and they were kind of fighting over the ball.
And it's all a matter of feel and touch.
Absolutely.
But he gained up to about 47. There's going to be 4th down and about 6, so I'm going to have to punt it anyway. Roser will punt it, and I think that may be Walker back deep again. He's been their go-to guy. And it's a pretty good punt this time by Roser over Walker's head. He runs it down, calls the fair catch, and blow it dead about the 17. Although he hadn't wanted to run with it, but he was calling a fair catch.
And this is a big series here, Don, because Washington County now, the Bleckley County defense has got to come out here and assert itself, because Washington County has got a lot of momentum running the ball in the beginning of this quarter and last quarter, and if they're going to grind this thing out.
You're so right. They're marking at 18, and they have an 8-point lead with 8:12 to go in the third. And you're right, Shane. They're going to grab and pound until we stop it. Well, like I said, they have the lead and the ball, and they're going to try to shorten the game as much as they can. So your possessions are going to come very few and far between. You got to make the best of them. And you're right. Look here, they're going to load everybody tight this time. Nobody wide. They're running that straight box now with it is Walker back there, number 9, and they're heavy to the right. But they actually give it to go on the end around, trying to go around the left side, and that's a new look. They didn't do that before. He's up to about the 23-yard line, maybe 24. Going to be getting to about 5. He's 2nd and 5 right there.
By the way, Thomasville just scored 21-14 now. Thomas the leading Fitzgerald.
Come on, Purple Hurricanes. I picked Fitzgerald now. I do remember that. 2nd and 5 now from their own 24-yard line. We're under 7:45 counting, and they're in no hurry, Shane. They're going to huddle every play and just ground and pound you. Probably work that play clock down as well. Walker in that box formation, strong right, and he's going to keep it. Now he's going to turn back to the left. We're trying to stretch it out, and we're going to hit behind the line and just going to lose a couple of yards. They were lined up. They're going to run right. He started right, then reversed his field, and he lost a couple. It's going to be 3rd down, back around the 22-yard line maybe.
It looked like it's going to be like a counter play, and the problem is the lineman that was pulling that time didn't get out there, and he had to stretch it out. That's exactly what happened.
So back at the 22-yard line, it's going to be 2nd and 6, 3rd down and 6 rather. And they do bring Jones in. That's why they try to throw it here. I think I saw number 15 coming in. No, I think that's Walker still back there, I believe. That may be Jones. I really can't tell from here. 3rd down and about 6. And who it is going to keep it around? It is Walker, and he's got the 1st down and more. And there he goes. Walker right down the middle of the field, and he's just pulling away from our guys. We're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Washington County. Walker just took that off left tackle, right tackle, and broke up the middle of the field. And boy, he showed the speed in, didn't he?
When he finds that seam, Don, we said all first quarter and second quarter. When he finds that seam, he leans forward, and then it was just a sprint. Then he just put the jets on, and off he went.
And our secondary was chasing him, and he was pulling away from him. They weren't gaining on him at all. That makes it 27-13, and boy, the Royals have a big uphill to climb right now. And Carrero will be on for the extra point. And now you're talking about when they get the ball back pounding and on, Shane. Cool. With 6:32 to go in the 3rd, Carrero for the extra point here. It's sit down, up, and good. And that makes the score now 28-13. Washington County leads it. But they snatched that momentum, Shane, without touchdown right before half, and they have not let it go.
Well, and that's one thing Joel Ingram's just done an amazing job with since he's been at Washington County, is that when he senses, there's a sense there. When you get that sense and you have a big play, he keeps them way up. They never get down once they get that momentum. And it's just been a big, huge play for them.
He's been there for many, many years, and you don't stay in one school many years by not doing what you're doing.
No, he's been there several years and actually went to the Dome several years. I mean, he's always got athletes. I mean, there's athletes.
I was about to say that is a hotbed of athletes over there in Washington County. So he's not short on talent by any means, but he is a good coach, no doubt about that. Bridges will kick it off. We got Molly and Jenkins standing around the 10-yard line. Well, we need a big drive right here if we ever needed one. And it's a high end-over-end kick, and Jenkins will step up and take it right at the 15. He's at the 20, cuts back in the middle of the field. He's at the 25, and we brought down about the 29. And the Royals have it 1st and 10 right there. And with 6:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. And if we ever needed a big drive, we need it now, because we can't afford to give them the ball back down 2 scores and knowing what they're going to do.
We need some momentum. We got to get something positive here. Not just first down. We got to have something, big play. Something to get everybody spurred back up and back on track.
They do mark it at the 30, so it'll be first and 10 from the 30. Satcher's in the shotgun, twins on each side. He sends Eli Mullis. He'll flip him over to the left side. And he takes it, he gives it to Butler on the stretch play. He's trying to go to the 30. He leapfrogged his own man, trying to make a block for him. And he got over to about the 33, gained about 3 on the play. And it'll be second 7 right there. And, well, they're looking at a 30, let's see, 33, I thought, where he got to.
Yep. Update from Eastman, third quarter 10:02 left in the third quarter. Northeast 21 now, Dodge County 12.
So Northeast has opened up that's a 2-score lead. That's a
2-score lead over Dodge.
All right, here we go. Second down and about 7. Sasser in the shotgun, twins on each side. He takes it. And he faked. He actually gives it to Butler on the read play. Brett's off one tackle. He's over 40. First down, over 45. Over to 50, down to about the 49. He bounced off a tackle and got some few extra yards. It'll be first and 10 from the Washington 49 now. And they got a guy limping off the field, number 42 out there. I don't know. Well, looks like he'll stay on the field. I thought he was going to run off the field. But first and 10 from the 49.
And I know we're in the way to the third time, but we got to push this a little harder here. I mean, you're 2 scores out.
Right. First and 10 from 49. Sasser shotgun. He takes it. He gives it to Mackenzie Brown on stretch play. He's over 50. There's the speed. Over 45. Over 40. There's Brown. Touchdown. Bleckley County. And sitting there's the big play you're talking about.
Had to have it done. It's just something that the guys have got to get up and get fired up about now. Now you got to kick the extra point because you don't want to go for two too early. I don't think.
No.
But get an extra point and leave that on the field for another drive.
But the coach was already signaling 1, and James Fordham is like, you're right. The 2 points, you wait on that. You don't do it here. But call a play saying you go 3 an hour right there, you're in big trouble. But a big run by Mackenzie Brown, 49 yards, and Fordham will kick it. It's up, and it is good. So the score now with 5:14 to go in the third. Washington County 28, Bleckley 20. Now you need that defensive stop.
Yeah, you gotta have some big play on defense. I mean, you're not going to get a pick because they haven't thrown the ball that much since the first quarter.
Right.
So you got to get a strip. You got to do something to try and get that ball out of those big run backs' hands, or just to stop. You
tackle them.
You want to tackle them. One or the other. You got to just. And the key is first down. They've been averaging 4, 5, 6 yards a carry on first down. First and 10, they need to go ahead and limit that, and maybe 1 yard, maybe 2 yards, or a negative play.
But credit the Bleckley coaches out there saying for sticking with the game plan, even though we get down 2 scores that we were. Some people might think start throwing the ball every down, but no, we ran the ball 3 times on that drive.
Right.
And then the big run by Brown.
Right. So you went left, and then you did the big not in round, but Brown went around. And he tell you what, he put some jets on there at the end.
He did like Walker. He cut up on that seam, and then it was just like he outran the secondary. So a big play by the Royals, get right back in the game here. Fordham will kick it off, and you definitely want to keep it out of their playmaker's hands here, even if you have to squib it on the ground somewhere. They got Walker back there. They got Hines. Here it is, a high, short pooch kick and flag down.
I think he kicked it.
It's a delay of game on Bleckley kickoff. I wasn't watching the play clock. I didn't realize it had run out. And come back us up to 35 now. So they have their playmakers on this kick return. Even their up man Shane or some of the guys have ran the ball tonight. Hines is standing at the 40 right there, only 21. Had that big run last time, or big return last time. You got Walker standing here at 30, who was dangerous. You got number 23 back there, Conway, who ran one of the kickoffs earlier tonight.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you got a little bit of gap in the middle there, so maybe put it there and let them fight for the ball or something.
Kick it very high so your coverage can get down in time. Fordham only going to take about a 2-step kick here, and he does. It's a high, short kick towards the sideline. They got to catch it about the 30. He's up to the 35. That is Hines, and we're going to bring him down about the 37. And so that's good coverage considering you kick so short, even though they got it at the 37-yard line.
And again, the key, first and 10, Alan. First and 10 right here. They need to to put some guys in the box, blitz, whatever you got to do to get them out of sync, because you know they're not going to throw the ball.
Right, you want to keep them out of that second and third and short, third and manageable as they call it. When it's third and less than 5, you know number 9's going to run that football, and he's hard to bring down. He's such an incredible athlete. But anyway, he's back there again. It's 1st and 10, and they put it on the 35. I thought he got up to about the 37. The Bleckley will take those 2 yards. And Walker is in that box formation in the shotgun, loaded up to the right. And we jump, but we stay on side, and he's going to run it to the left side, and he's trying to stretch it out, and we're going to bring him down behind the line. Without a horse collar, I don't see a flag, though. Ooh, I thought that was a horse collar.
They're pretty close from here, but that was a big play, Don, because of a negative play. So now they lost a yard there. That's what you got to have.
And they're playing behind the sticks, which you want to have with a running football team. And they mark it at the 28. I'm sorry, the 33. It's going to be second, about 12. Not quite 12. He's just aside the 33 to 34. With 4:35 to go in the third quarter, 28-20, Washington leads it. And they'll line in that box again. Walker's back there with Gilmore, who has taken a handoff tonight, but not many. And they snap it to Gilmore. He's going to run left behind Walker, blocking over there. We hit him at the line, but he falls forward up to around the 37, maybe the 38. He gained about 4, maybe 5 on the play.
But the difference there is, Don, he's going to get those 5 yards, but you had that negative play on first down. Now it's a long 5. So not that they won't go for it on first down, but you got a long third down finally.
They're about 5.5. It's just outside the 39-yard line. They can get to the 45, so not quite 6 yards to go here. Walker's in that shotgun again, or maybe Gilmore as well. And they snap it to Gilmore. He's going to follow Walker around the left. He's got the first down and more. Flag down. Gilmore's going to take it to the house, but I think it's coming back. He's going to go for the touchdown, but there's a flag back at the 40, and the way the referee's acting, that's coming back.
And Gilmore's limping a little bit, so
he just went 60-some-odd yards, but it's coming back, thank goodness. Maybe a hold. Boy, he broke right at the middle, and he got to our second level, and we didn't have anybody there.
So, and what the Royals did was they put 6 or 7 guys on the line. You know it's going to be a clear blitz. And a lot of them were on this side towards us. And when they ran the other way, you basically took a couple of linebackers out of the way. There was nobody in the middle.
Yep.
But thank goodness the defensive lineman probably got a hold here.
Yeah, and I saw Willie Harris turn around and look at the referee, so he may have been the one who was held, but it doesn't matter. Hold's a hold. That's going to back them up to their 30, and that's going to make it third and about 15 now. You still got to make a play here, Shane, because you just saw they can bust a run at any minute. Now they attempt to throw it, but they keep it on the ground here.
I would hope it would be a pass because it's been inconsistent tonight.
Well, Jones is in, the quarterback who throws for him. He's in the quarterback. They're going to trip to the right and one to the left. And Jones is wanting to throw. He's looking down the left side, throwing the ball down there, and got a man overthrew him incomplete. They blow it dead for the Okay, I heard the PA say whistle for a snap. You'd think it'd be an offensive penalty if they blew it dead. Unless we broke the neutrals on. There's a false start on Washington County. So now it goes 3rd and 20 on the penalty with 3:28 to go in the half. 28 to 20, 3:28 go third quarter rather. And it's 28-20 Washington County, and they walk off the 5 yards back to the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 20. Now, if you could decline false start, but you can't do that because it's a big ball. But
right.
Well, you can, but you still going to be 3rd down. And Jones stays in the quarterback. He's got trips to the right, 2 guys to the left, nobody in the backfield with him. And he takes it, he's dropping back to throw under rush. Willie Harris chasing him. Willie wants a hold. No flag. There goes a flag. And Jones runs it, but he's going to be shy of the first down up to about the 38-yard line. The flag did finally come out. Willie Harris was being held, I thought. Now, he did get yardage up to about the 38. Would make it 4th and about 8. But let's 4th and about 6 rather. But let's see what they're 7.
You have to take the penalty.
I think so. You got to put them deeper because the way they run the football, they would go for that at 4th and 7.
Well, but not just that, but even if it was 4th and 7, you bring a punt team out, you flip the field.
Right.
So you get another 10 yards. You never know, you could have another game-breaker play down here, fumble, anything down here deep in their territory.
You are correct.
So you want to push them back as much as you can.
Penalty back to the 8-yard line. It is 3rd and $10 Uber ride, as they say. So if you stop them here, Shane, like you said, you're going to force a punt from deep in your own territory, get ball midfield.
Exactly.
So they send in, they just subbed in 5 guys here. And Jones stayed in at quarterback. They got trips to the right, 1 to the left. He's wanting to throw a flag down, another false start, I believe. I saw a lot of people moving before they snapped it. So that'll be back to the 3-yard line. Or at the disc, rather, go back to the 4. That's going to be 3rd down, and, well, they got to get all the way up to the 45. It's 3rd down and 41, Shane. Even in Dodge County math.
Yeah.
Because they're at the 4 and they got to the 45. I suffered that without pencil and paper. But they say without pencil or paper. 3rd down and 41 now. And Jones in the shotgun. He takes it. He's run through from his own end zone. Now tries to run. They're taking him in the end zone. He throws on the run. And it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 41 now. So Lions moving and taking his penalties.
Coach Ingram is
He's not happy. I saw him running at the official.
yeah, he's a little vocal at the time because you've got the punt team already coming back out, but he's not happy about some situation on his sideline.
So it's 4th down and 41 from the 4-yard line. They're going to have to punt. We're going to get this ball on their side of the 50, Shane, unless he hits a monster of a punt.
I mean, I think we'll be close to field goal range if we don't. I just have that feeling, Doc. We'll be inside the 30.
We got Mobley and Jenkins standing at the Washington County 35, and that's not Bridges punt. I'm not sure that is punt. Is that a different punter? I can't tell from here. It's not Bridges, and just a one-step kick. And Mobley will take it at the 32. He's at the 30, the 25. He's going on the right side. He's at the 20, and he brought down inside the 20. So Shane, like you said, fantastic field position there.
And that's why you push back on that holding play, because a lot of times you're saying, wait, no, we want 4th down. We want to get the ball back immediately. You're 1 score out because you just got that momentum, and now look where you're at. You're already in field goal range.
You not only flipped the field, you turned it upside down pretty much. They marked it at the 20. I could have swore he got inside the 20, unless his knee went down, but I didn't. Well, anyway, I'm not the official. 1st and 10 from their 20 now. You got to get points here, Shane, one way or the other.
Yeah, and people can say whatever they want, but field goal range is field goal range. You're still in 3rd quarter. Points
Still,
is points.
anytime. You're right. Sasser in the shotgun. They're on the far hash over there. He takes it. He gives it to Butler on the replay, trying to get around the left side. He got a guy chasing him, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He thought he was going to lose yardage, but he fought up to about the 20, no gain. Going to be 2nd and 10 with 2:15 and counting here in the 3rd. We're down 28 to 20, but we're in scoring position here, and we still have the whole quarter to play. So hang on to your hats. It's going to go down to the wire, maybe.
Vidalia scored 20 to 13. Now Vidalia over Toombs.
Another big rival game down that way between Vidalia, Toombs County, and Sasser in the shotgun. 2nd down and 10. He'll send Butler out in motion. He takes the snap. He's wanting to throw. He run the screen here to try to hit number 16 on the bubble screen of incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd down. Had Mills there trying to make a block, but the pass was just incomplete. And I'm not sure if he gets it, if he catches that thing, because Mills missed the block here.
And those are the difficult ones when you do those screens right there. When you're playing man-to-man and you're playing right up on the line of scrimmage, that defender, it's very difficult for Mims to get out there and make that block.
Because he don't read screen right away. He's playing that press coverage, like you said. 3rd down and 10. Now big 3rd down here for the Royals. Sasser takes the snap, and they're going to run the option. He pushes the Butler at the last minute, and Butler's going to get over 20 down about the 17. Dangerous. There comes a late flag. Came from the side judge, way back from the goal line now. Is this going to be an illegal block, maybe?
No, I think we'll see.
They're calling a block in the back on Bleckley. Now, if they decline it, it'll be 4th down from about the 18. You're looking at about a 35-yard field goal here.
Yeah, you're in field goal range.
If that's what Coach Lester wants. Well, they're going to take the penalty, I believe, Shane, so we'll get 3rd down over.
Well, they're talking to him on the sideline now.
They're marking it off back to the Washington County 28-yard line. It's going to be third down and about 18 from right there. So if we don't gain an inch, it will be about a 45-yard field goal. I'm not sure if Fordham has that leg or not. We'll see. Mobley goes in motion. Sasser takes snap. He's walking through. Got plenty of time. Now he's on the rush. He's throwing long down the right sideline towards the end zone. Got a man down there. Incomplete. And who our receiver was wanting a flag but not going to get it. It's going to be fourth down, and we'll see what Coach Sasser does here.
Mobley, wasn't it?
I think it was Mobley, number 11. Couldn't see if he just dropped it or if it was overthrown, but it was incomplete. Way on the far side over there. And this we're going to go for this. I don't see the field goal unit coming on, Gene. It would be about a 45 ball.
Yeah, I think he got pushed out there. I mean, like I said, you had it 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line.
We're back to the 28.
Yeah, he got that penalty was huge.
That penalty was a killer. Fourth down, we got to get at least 18 to keep the drive alive. We got down to their 10-yard line. Sasser takes it, gives it to Brown on that stretch play again that he scored on. And Brown just runs around the sideline, and he's going to get the first down inside the 10, down around the 7-yard line. Boy, what a gushy call, but it hurt.
Yep, he waited a little bit, waited until the defensive end got popped out just enough.
Is there a flag down? I think there's a flag down. It's going to be a hold on Bleckley. How about that? I didn't see the flag come in. They said at the end of the play what the PA man said. I don't see it. But it should be. Actually, this may make it shorter than what it was with his penalty for a fourth down play here.
And you actually would be in field goal range.
Sure, they're going to mark it back to the 18-yard line. 19-yard line.
You got to consider it now. I mean, you got plenty of time. Still third quarter. Even if you miss the field goal, you're going to give them to the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
I mean, or right at the spot.
Looks like we're going to go for it. They're keeping offense on the field. It's fourth down at the 19 now, fourth and about 9. But Brown got the first down, but there was a hole right at the end of the play there. First down at about 9, so nothing. We're going for this. Minute 23 to go in the third. You got to get to at least the 10-yard line. I think Coach Ashley just called a timeout. Yes, he did.
Maybe he wants to think about that, because like I said, 117 in the third quarter, you're 8 points out. You have a chance for 3 here.
And we're definitely in Fordham's range here, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. So you got to think about, okay, yes, you've got to play 4th and 10. You have those plays in your playbook, but at the same time, if you push the ticket here and don't get it, you're still 8 out. So. If you've got confidence in your kicker, then I would think that you would probably try and get the 3 points.
And like I said, with the 2-point conversion, we're still one score down. If he misses the field goal,
then you're eliminating that altogether.
Right. So if he misses the field goal, you're 8.
You're giving to the 20 either way.
You're still one score down. And if you go for it and don't get it, you're still one score down. You're right. I agree with what you're saying. And we're minute 17 to go, but we have burned our first time out here. But what a call on that fourth down that was a penalty, that end around Brown, or really just not end around, just a stretch play.
Yeah,
he used the same play that got in that corner and what he scored on earlier.
Yep. And he did a very good job there. They got a great kick out of the defensive end, cut it inside, and around the corner he went.
We needed 18, he got 20. But they called 10 of it back for holding. Now it's 4th and 9 from the 19-yard line. And Sasser's in the shotgun, twins to the left, one to the right. He takes it, he's rolling left, wanting to throw. He's throwing towards the end zone, and it's intercepted, almost intercepted at the goal line, incomplete. Well, if he'd caught that, they had that 1-yard line, a diving attempt. Sasser just underthrew, looks like Mobley done it in zone number 11. And Washington County will take over at their own 19-yard line with a minute 11 to go here in third. And they lead 28 to 20.
Yeah, that's tough there. I mean, you got a good play called, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. When you're doing those, but now the defense is going to have to step up for you.
And that holding penalty on that fourth down that we did pick it up really looms large right now. All right, 1st and 10 Washington from the 19. Walker's in that box again. He's got 2 wide right. And actually, that's no more taking a snap, trying to go around. It is Walker. He's going to hit backfield, whoever it is, and lose yardage back inside the 15-yard line. That was Walker. And they mark it at the 14-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play.
Yeah, that's big. You had to have that.
It'll be second down and 15 now from the 14-yard line. And probably time for one more play for a quarter ends here. But right to run one, the play clock is below game clock.
Do have one final, Don. Dublin 49, Johnson County 6. So that changed pretty quick.
It sure did. Coach Holmes turned on the afterburners all of a sudden. All right, here we go. Walker in that Fox formation again, second and 15. He takes it, he goes right, he cuts back left, and we hit him at the line, and he might have got a yard or two over to 15. It's going to be third down right there.
That should end the quarter.
It will end the quarter unless they hurry up, and I don't think they will. They hadn't all night. We're down to 9, 8, 7, and the quarter will end right there. They're already starting to walk to the other end of the field. So in the 3 is 4, Washington County 28, Bleckley 20. We'll be right back. We'll listen to Royal Football on Royal Football Network. All right, welcome back, everybody. About to start the fourth quarter. It's third down and about 13 for Washington County. They lead 28-20 and Shane. During the break, we found out a bad break for the Royals. Chucky Stevens is done for tonight. Some sort of injuries had his pads locked in on the sideline. All right, here we go. Jones in at quarterback now. Third and 13. They're probably going to throw this thing. And he drops back to throw. He's looking. Going long down the middle of the field. Got a man wide open at the 50-yard line. And we're chasing him. He's at the 30 to 25 to 20, 15, 10. He cuts to the right. 5. Touchdown, Washington County. Unbelievable. He threw it right down the middle of the field to Conway, number 23.
Yeah, and he split the two safeties on, and the two safeties were caught flat-footed, as the old saying, and his Jets were just kicking there. It was just right to the house.
He may be down, Shane. There's an injured player in the end zone down there. He dove at the pylon, so apparently he got shaken up as he dove, but he did get in for the touchdown. Shane, I hate to say it, but our secondary has given up big plays like all year long. I mean, I don't know the reasoning of the problem, but it's happened a lot this year.
Well, and the quarterback just laid it up, just threw it in the middle of the field. The receiver just ran under it, and I mean, just simple pitch and catch there.
Yep, and he outran our secondary. He got about 15 and then veered off to the right, dove on the pylon. But he's back on his feet, so he seems to be okay now. But yeah, we're talking about Chucky Stevens. He is done for the night. We see him on the sideline with his pads off and has his arm actually taped to his side, so apparently an arm injury somewhere in there. Let's hope it's not very serious, and he'll be back next week maybe.
Absolutely.
He's one of our top running backs that we deadly need. All right, Carrera on for the extra point. That was a huge play for the Golden Hawks right there. They opened up another 2-score lead now, 34-20 with the extra point to come. And that was on 3rd and 13 from their own. Their kick is up and good from their own 17-yard line or 16-yard line. 84-yard pitch there. 11:46 to go in the game, so we're still in it. Still plenty of time, but we got to score and make a stop somewhere down the line.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is the big plays. You got in the game, you got with one score, and every time that's happened, Don, this is the second time tonight it's happened that Washington County's got a big play, and they're going to have to bounce back. You still got plenty of time, but you're going to have to bounce back, and you're going to have to get creative in your play calling, and got to make some big plays.
And for all the times Jones had overthrown receivers, Well, that play he did. He just threw it up there and got ran under it.
He didn't catch on that one. He just lobbed it.
Bridges will kick off for Washington County here. 11:46 to go in the game. We're down 35-20. Back deep is Mobley and Jenkins. And boy, he just missed opportunities so far for the Royals tonight as well, Shane. There's a high end over end kick, and it will get into the end zone. Early in the first half, we dropped a short touchdown pass. Right there, we had first and 10 from their 20, and we get nothing out of it.
Get a holding, and even on the big play, you get a holding call to push it back. Then of course you had to make a decision on fourth down. You had to go for it or make the decision, kick a field goal.
Well, there was a penalty on the kick. I think it was maybe an offsides on Washington County. They back them up to the 35. Coach Laster is going to make them kick it again, maybe get a return out of this, as Bridges has put it into the end zone several times tonight, but a couple of times he didn't. 11:46 to go, 35-20. Washington leads it. Still a game though. We're plenty of time. We just got to make the plays here. Bridges will set up. He'll back up. And he will approach the ball, and it's the line drive. Kicks down kind of wobbly. Mobley will fiddle on the bounce about the 15. He's at the 20 to 25. Gets a block at the 30. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. Cuts back over 45, over the 50, and gets tripped up in Washington territory down around the 46-yard line. So a great return by Mobley in Washington County territory to start this drive. Just what the Royals needed, Shane, to at least get a little life in them. So you're not starting from deep in your own territory anyway.
Absolutely, and you got to get some momentum here.
And Washington has a player down, Shane, right in front of our bench down there. Can't tell who it is, but they've got their training personnel coming over. 11:37 to go in the game.
1:10 left in the third quarter down Eastman. Northeast 21, Dodge County 19 now.
Wow.
Went for two and didn't make it.
So that game apparently going to come down to the wire. But like we said, no matter what happens there, we got to take care of business here.
Right. Got to win tonight to put ourselves in position to be tied or at least be second.
Right.
Lose tonight, then you're looking at third or fourth and on the road in the playoffs unless something
really crazy
happens.
This will move Washington. If Washington County hangs on here and Dodge comes back and wins, you got Washington, Dodge, and Northeast tied for first now, and Bleckley on the outside looking in. So, and next week we have Southwest and Dodge and Washington play next week. Could be for the region title. It depends.
In Washington County.
And Northeast, I'm not sure who they play next week. So the region title would be on the line next week, no matter what happens here tonight. But
Northeast next week will play Monticello, and then they have Lamar County. So
I think Northeast will be heavily favoring both of
those games. Yeah. So if Northeast gets by tonight against Dodge County,
in the driver's
seat. They're in the driver's seat.
And they have, I'm not going to say an easy path because you don't want to say no team is easy, but Monticello and Lamar not as good as they have been in the past. We've seen them, but I think Northeast will be heavily favoring both of those games. So Dodge and Washington game would be huge for potentially second place if Northeast hangs on.
Right.
Now, if Dodge rallies, you got a must-win from all three teams next week.
Right. So if that happens tonight, if Dodge County does beat Northeast tonight, Northeast, of course, would still be heavily favored the rest of the time.
Right.
So then Dodge and Washington play next week, so one of those are going to get knocked back.
Right.
And so if it happens to be Washington County that would beat Dodge, well, Northeast beat.
They will get the tiebreaker.
So they would get the tiebreaker. So they would be definitely rooting for Washington County, and they are playing in Centersville.
Right. So a lot of scenarios, a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, and Washington player is still down right around Bleckley 44-yard line on the Bleckley sideline. Apparently, it's more serious than I thought. They're not calling for emergency personnel yet. They're still checking them. I can't see who it is. There's so many people gathered around him. But that's what the holdup is here, folks. 11:37 to go in the game. Washington 35, Bleckley 20.
I do have a college game tonight, Don. Miami's playing at North Carolina State. Miami is 11th ranked, and North Carolina State in the third quarter. North Carolina State's winning 24-21.
Here this year, a lot of ACC games have been on Friday night. Different teams from that conference. Of course, two big games tomorrow in college football. You got Georgia, Florida, of course, which is top 10 teams. But that's tomorrow night. You got Notre Dame and Clemson.
and
one against 4
without Trevor Lawrence
in South Bend. So
And then you got Pac-12 behind.
read into it what you want to, but Clemson better not go in there sleepwalking.
Yep, 3:30 on. You've got some good entertainment.
Yep.
Going to be great weather. I mean, like tonight, it's.
And Raleigh just reminded me the Pac-12 starts their season tomorrow. They already have a game canceled tomorrow. I think it's Washington Cal canceled their game due to COVID reasons. But anyway, yes, some good college football tomorrow. But you know, last week the quarterback that backed up Larson, I can't pronounce his last name. I'm not about to try. He did pretty well.
Well, he was a 5-star quarterback.
Right.
So
when you got a 5-star, your backup, that's a pretty good backup to lean on. And people are talking about, well, Clemson didn't have Lawrence, that's why Boston College hung in there. Well, Lawrence didn't play defense. And Boston College, moved the football on them. Although one of their touchdowns was a fumble return. But anyway, Clemson did hang on to pull that one out. But tomorrow night against Notre Dame, probably going to be a game up there in South Bend.
yeah, and this will be Clemson's biggest test because you're on the road, and of course, I would say a hostile environment, but they'll be fanless.
Yeah, just a handful of people there.
Right. So, but it still will be away. So it's going to be
You got a
be a little
freshman
bit of a
quarterback
challenge.
making his first road start. Normally it would be a very hostile environment if that was a sold-out stadium.
Right.
But like you said, due to COVID, it's not going to be. But still, you got a young kid, you get up there and you're looking at hollow grounds, as they say, or hallowed grounds.
Absolutely. And even though the update on Fitzgerald has now just scored, and it's tied 21-21, Fitzgerald and Thomasville. So that's a barn burner down there. That's for first place in that region.
All right, the injured player is up, but he is walking very gingerly off the field. They're heading him off. That is number 11, Justin Hooks. He has actually ran the ball a couple of times out of that box formation, but Shane, he's got a towel on his head. I wonder if maybe he's got a head injury there, maybe just kind of woozy the way he's walking. He's not favoring her leg. He's just leaning on those trainers, and I wonder if he's got his bell rung and possible concussion there.
That's what I was.
I'm sure they'll put him through the concussion protocol. But he is walking very gingerly, and they're having to help him so he can stay up. I didn't see what happened. I don't know if he went head-to-head with somebody or what. But let's hope that young man's all right. Now they have stopped him on the hash mark, and some more people have come out to check on him. And I think that's Coach Ingram headed that way now, in the gray jacket there, or the gray
I think they'll
coat.
go ahead and walk him down to the ambulance.
Yeah, and I do see the emergency personnel getting ready, and they're actually kind of walking towards this way.
Yeah.
And that is probably the right thing to do. That young man does not look well at all from here. I'm thinking maybe a head injury, but I'm not going to speculate here. They did take his helmet off, so that's usually if it's a head injury, they wouldn't do that right away.
Yeah, I would think for precautionary reasons, go ahead and take care of that young man.
Right, they're bringing a golf cart out now to meet him right around the 30-yard line, so it's going to be a few more seconds before we get him off the field completely. And needless to say, he's done for tonight, I'm sure.
Don, I'll give you one big update. Colquitt County and Lowndes are playing again. Big rival game. Colquitt County 40, Lowndes 10 now.
Okay, I lost that week if I picked Lowndes. Okay, well, I didn't think it'd be a blowout either way, to be honest with you, but Colquitt.
46-yard line.
And they're loading the young man on the golf cart now, and it's going to be and now they're trying to get him on there. They're going to try to drive him off the field. 11:37 to go in the game. Washington leads at 35-20, and they just had an injured player who is being treated by emergency personnel in there now. They're driving towards the ambulance. The ambulance actually, they may be fit to take him to the hospital.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and take him there. I mean, just for precautionary reasons. I mean, head injuries are nothing to
play around with. You're right. All right, 1st and 10. Sesser in shotgun takes a delayed handoff, and they blow it dead. And is it a false start on Bleckley? Or? It was offside on Washington County. Okay. That'd be 1st and 5 from the 41 now.
And the corner on the other side that was playing bump and run was a little bit closer than bump and run.
And that was going to be a fake. He pumped over and he was going to give a delayed handoff to Butler, but they stopped it. They're 1st and 5 now from the 41. Sasser in the shotgun. He'll send Eli Mullis in half motion. And he gives it to Butler on that same kind of play. Butler's up middle, got the first down over to 35, down to about the 33. Gain of about 8 on the play, be a first down. Shane definitely need to get some points on this drive. And
got to go ahead and push this one in.
And Marius Mills is hopping gingerly there. Let's hope he's not hurt. Yeah, he's going to stay in the game. It may be his brace may not be completely the right way he's playing with it. But he's back on the line. First and 10 for the 33. Sasser takes a snappy face. He's wanting to throw. Throws slant over the middle. Incomplete. Trying to hit Mobley. Mobley wanting a flag, but no flag. And some of the Bleckley fans want one as well. It was kind of close there. A little contact, but right about the time the ball got there, made contact.
Yeah, he took right over him. And, fairly close, but not, being a old defensive coach, I thought pretty good.
Well, I agree with you. The ball and the contact was there about the same time. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to let that go. Second and 10 now. Sasser in the shotgun. He takes it and a delayed handoff to Butler again, and he's going to be hit the line, breaks one tackle, and falls over to 30, almost to about 29. Gain of about 4. It's going to be third down and about 6. Again, Chucky Stevens is done for tonight. He's standing there with his pads off. So it's going to be Butler and Brown. Brown is coming in now, but Brown looked pretty good on his run so far. And it's third and about 6. So you're looking at 4-down territory, no doubt. 10:55 and counting. We got to hurry up a little bit. We can't take a whole lot of time. And Brown will go in motion. Sasser takes it. He's looking to throw. He's looking. He's under a rush. Breaks one tackle. He's going to throw out here. Incomplete. Out in the middle of no man's land. And it's going to be fourth down. He was about to get nailed as he threw it, and he did get nailed. Now it's going to be fourth down and 6. Big play. Yeah, I was about to say, if you ever needed a fourth down conversion, here it is. Because we're 10:41 to go. If you don't get it, they get the ball, and we're down 2 scores. We don't have 2 timeouts. Remember that. And the way they run the football, they're going to pound and ground to burn that clock out. So 4th and 6 from the 29 of Washington County. Now get to the 23 here. Sasser in the shotgun. Brown will go in motion. He takes the snap. He's looking. Now the first to get through over the middle. Incomplete. There comes a late flag. That may be pass interference. What came in late, but they did throw it.
And it's a little bit interesting of where the flag came from, too, Don.
That's from the line judge down there.
It's a little different. Of course, now he had a better angle. He had the same angle we had, so he did probably get there just a tad early. So
it was one of those plays where it looked like interference from up here.
Right.
And then they didn't throw the flag, but then all of a sudden it came late.
And you had the just the particular spot it came from.
And seemed to call it a spot foul instead of looking off 15 yards. So now they're going to pull it back. I think
we'll talk about it.
I thought in high school we didn't have a spot foul on interference. It was just a 15-yard.
I thought it was 15 yards too, but
of course a couple years ago they did eliminate the automatic first down from it.
Unless they call it defensive holding.
They do call pass interference.
Okay.
It'll go from the 24. It should go down to the what did put it at 16-yard line? That's an 8-yard penalty. You tell me.
That's your math, Don.
Unless they go half the distance, the only thing I can figure. Anyway, first and 10 from the 16. Sasser takes the snap. He gives it to Brown on the stretch play, trying to get around the left side. They close in a hurry, hit him way behind the line, back around the 21-yard line. Well, that's not even half the distance from the 24 to the 16.
Well, I thought you only did half the distance out of the 20.
Yeah. It has to be whichever's less half the distance of the penalty. That's where it goes. So, anyway, tackle was made back at the 21. It's going to be second down and about 15. Also 5 on the play.
We do have one foul done. Wilcox County 55, Hawkinsville 6.
Not real surprising. Hawkinsville not. Anyway, here we go. Sasser's going to keep on the quarterback keeper. Boy, they that so quick, and he got the lost yardage back to the 16. Going to be third down and 10 right there. Hawkinsville's not struggling this year, and Wilcox is pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah. Saw him week 2.
Yep, lost by 1 point to him on a Hail Mary. 2 Hail Marys in the same drive. I saw it. Anyway, third and 10 now from 16. Sasser in the shotgun. Get late, we got to go. We're down to 9:30 and counting. We're down by 15. Right there, 16-yard line, third down and 10. Definitely 2 down territory here. Sasser takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Looking. Still nobody. And he throws over middle field. And incomplete. Diving effort down around the 2-yard line by, may have been Marquise Brown, I believe, number 9. Incomplete. It's going to be 4th down now. And we got to get 10 yards on this play. I'm sorry, that was Darwin Yates, number 13, not number 9. Now it's 4th down and 10. With 9:14 to go in the game, and we're down 35-20. And Region title hopes riding pretty much on this play right here.
Right here.
Sasser in the shotgun, twins to the right, one to the left, and Butler in the backfield with him.
They're not in bump and run on this side, Don. It'd be good to throw from this side.
Yeah, they're playing about 7 or 8 yards off here. Sasser takes the snap, he's rolling to the right, looking to throw, throws out here in the flat, and just threw it low, incomplete. And Washington County's going to take over on downs. They're trying to hit, looks like number 16, Yates again, incomplete. And Washington County will take over 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line. With 9:08 to go in the game, and they lead 35-20. So big defensive stop by the Hawks there. And we got great field position on the kick return. And then a pass interference penalty kept the drive alive, and we still can't get anything out of it.
Yeah, it's just got to get something, some type of momentum, and unfortunately, we've had that happen twice now in the second half. You get inside the 20-yard line and just can't punch it in.
So that's 3 times tonight we put empty after inside the red zone. They snap it to Walker on that run again. He's going to get over to about around the 23-yard line. Going to be about 3 yards shy of the 1st down. And we're about to see a heavy dose of this now. You think you've seen it so far?
Oh yeah. Now you're gonna. 1st down, you got to stop them. It didn't happen, so now you're in 2nd and short. So that clock's going to just run. And they're not in any hurry whatsoever.
They'll snap this thing with just a couple of seconds on play clock, I'm sure. We're sitting at the 24. We're going to be 2nd down and about 2. We got 8 on the play. And we're down to 8:35 and got any play clock at 15, so they're not going to. They're just coming to the line, and they're in that box formation, heavy to the left this time. And
wherever you see 47, that's where you need to watch where they go run the ball.
Walker takes a snap. He's running to the left. He's trying to get off left tackle. He tries to bounce outside, but we're going to hit behind the line. He's going to lose yardage back to about the 22. So loss of 2 on the play. Going to be 3rd down and about 4 now. And we'll reach the 8-minute mark before this is snapped.
Speaking of 8 minutes, Don, 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter in Eastman. Dodge County just scored 25-21 now. So Dodge County ahead, 25-21 in Northeast.
Well, that's going to make things interesting if that score holds up. 3rd down and about 4 with 7:50 to go in the game. And Shane, we definitely need to stop here, make it a 3 and out. We still got a chance with this much time left. But we cannot give a 1st down here. 3rd down and about 4, and they look up heavy right. Walker in the shotgun, that little box formation. And he takes it and he's running to the right, trying to stretch it out. We're trying to stretch him out, but he's going to get near the 1st down. It depends on the spot, and according to the official on the far side, he got it up around the 28-yard line, or the 27 rather. But it's enough for the 1st down, and they will move the chains now. With 7:21 to go, and they'll wind the clock as soon as the chains are set.
They'll take another 2.5, even if you don't get 1st down. I mean, you're going to push under 5 minutes.
And we had to burn our timeout earlier, so we only had 2 anyway. So that could come into play here. But right now, Shane, the difference in the game is really missed opportunities by the Royals. It really is.
Missed opportunities, like you said, 3 times inside the 20-yard line.
And no points.
Big plays, 2 big pass plays that, Washington County's not known for passing.
Right.
But 2 big pass plays got behind the defensive backs.
1st and 10 from the 27. They run the play clock down to 5. They snap it. Walker trying to get him around the right. We hit him from behind, but he slips through that tackle and gets up to about the 30. Gain of maybe 2, maybe 3 on the play. Somebody grabbed him up, but he slipped right through it and went forward. And I think they marked it at the 30. It's going to be 2nd down in about. Well, they marked it shy of the 30. It's going to be 2nd down about 8. He didn't get quite 3 yards on the play. 6:34 to go in the game.
Yeah, like I said, that clock, even if they don't get a 1st down, it's going to be under 5 minutes.
Right. So then you got to score twice. You're looking at, if we score possibly onside kicking, depends on how long it takes you to score the 1st time.
Absolutely.
So 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 7, a short 8 here. They're going to run that play clock down. It's down to 6 now. They'll snap it in about 3 seconds. And they snap it on 2 seconds. This time Walker trying to go to the right side. He's got it. He's got the first down and more. He's over 40. Cuts back in the middle of the field. 50. There he goes. We got a guy chasing him. I don't know if we can catch him. He's at the 25 to 20. No, we won't catch him. Touchdown, Washington County. And that may have been the nail in the coffin, Shane. I hate to say it.
Yep, and you know, he's just so electric when he gets the ball, and all he needs is just a little seam, and he broke that one, no problem, and it's definitely an uphill battle.
Yep, that makes it 41 to 20 with the extra point to come, and 5:56 to go in the game, and if that low hill wasn't a mountain before, it is now, isn't it? And Carrera will be on for the extra point. And wow, how many long runs has Walker broke tonight? I know he's got probably 200 yards rushing or more.
Yeah, and it's just a simple quarterback sweep.
Yeah, nothing fancy. That's a kick up and good. That makes the score 42 to 20 now. With 5:56 to go, and we got to score quick. We got to get the ball back, score quick, get the ball back.
Yeah, and the way this has postured right now, now 5 minutes ago we were rooting for Dodge, and I know no offense to our alumni, but
to be honest with you, I mean, I'd like to see Dodge win, but not like I did when I was in school. Right. It's not that big a deal to me anymore.
Right. So what happens now is if Dodge wins, then you push Bleckley to 4th. Whereas if Dodge loses, they're tied with Bleckley. Bleckley would get the tiebreaker. It ended that way, so then would potentially be 3rd.
But the way it sits right now, folks, if these scores hold like they are, Washington winning here and Northeast losing at Dodge and Washington play next week could be for the region title, even though Northeast will still be in it. But Dodge will hold the tiebreaker over them if they beat Washington. That would knock Washington out. Dodge will be region champs.
Dodge will be region champs.
If Washington wins, Northeast is region champs because they beat Washington. If Northeast wins their next 2, and they should because they're going to be heavily favored in both those games. But we'll have to wait and see.
Clearing things a lot of it's clearing the picture pretty.
It'll be very clear after these games are over. Bridges hits high short kick, and Jenkins will take it at about the 10. Cuts to the right side at the 15 to 20. Cuts back to the middle of the field to 25, and trying to get around the corner up to the 30. Needs a block up to the 35 to 40, 45, 50. There goes Jenkins. He's got 1 man to beat, and he runs him out of bounds at the Washington 32-yard line. So, well, there's a flag. At the Bleckley 48, so this may be coming back, and it will. It's going to be a whole block in the back on Bleckley, right at the Bleckley 48-yard line. A good return by Jenkins all the way up to a Washington 32 is going to be wiped out.
And Don, you want to talk about a heartbreak? Fitzgerald's going in to score the go-ahead touchdown against Thomasville. Fumbles the ball. Thomasville scoops and scores for 80 yards, and Thomasville's ahead now.
So when you say anything can happen, folks. Don't ever think just because you're done about to score, you're going to score. Ask Clemson about that last week. They were about to go in on Boston College and really take control of the game, and they fumble, and the guy runs it back like 95 yards or so, wasn't it?
97.
So you're right. I mean, never assume you're going to score just right there inside the 5-yard line. Penalty is back to the Bleckley 38-yard line, rather. 1st and 10 right there with 5:40 going the game. We're down 22 points, folks. It is not impossible, but very improbable, as they say. But who knows? Let's see what happens here. I'm sure we're going to be throwing the ball a lot here. I would think so. Twins on each side. Butler's in the backfield with Sasser just to his left. And he fakes the Butler, and he's wanting to throw. He's looking to the left. Throws long down the left side and incomplete. Trying to throw. A flag comes from this official over here. You ever seen that?
I saw. We looked at one flag a while ago. Came from a inopportune area. Well, this one was another one. So
wow, the pass was on the Washington sideline, and there was some contact over there, but the official standing about 5 yards away.
Yeah,
keeps his flag. The official on the Bleckley sideline throws his flag as far as he can. He gets just inside the hash mark. But anyway, I think they called defensive holding. They called Shane.
Well, even the coaches on the other side are going, "Hey, do you have a flag over there?"
Now wait a minute. If it's the 10-yard penalty defense, why do you only mark it off 8 yards?
5-yard holding call is what they just said, but
he actually marked it 8 yards. It's 1st and 2, folks. You ever had a 1st and 2? Now they're going to talk this over because if it's a 10-yard penalty, it should be.
I mean, that's like.
I thought defensive holding in high school 10 yards, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while since I officiated, so the rules have changed.
I think they're going to.
I'm sure it's not an 8-yard penalty.
Well, they moved in and now they're going to give him a first down.
They're going to make it 10. I'm sure it's not an 8-yard penalty.
No.
It's either 5 or 10.
We're pretty positive about that.
But I put him marked off to start with 8 yards. And anyway, they do knock it up to the 48. First and 10 right there on the hole. Coach Ingram probably not the happiest man in the world right now. That's where the flag came from. And Sasser will get the Butler on the draw, and that's not going to get anything. He may have lost a yard on that. And there comes very, very late flags. And that may be on one of our guys there, Shane, the way that looked. There's some extracurricular activity going on there. And 2 flags come flying in after the tackle, and Butler's coming off the field. He may be the guilty party. Well, no, they're marking off on Washington County. How about that? I thought Butler was going to be called for unsportsmanlike. But it's a personal foul on Washington County. Unnecessary roughing. I guess they slammed Butler on the ground. He got up very angry. I thought they called on him. But the penalty's all the way to Washington County's 40-yard line, first and 10 right there. With 5:26 to go in the game, and we're down 22 points. They're going to wind the clock out there. So we got to be in a little bit of a hurry here. Twins to the right, one to the left. Mullis is the H-back. And he takes it, he fakes. He is with Mackenzie Brown on a delayed draw, and he's not going to get anything. They push him back, but progress will stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and 10. And the clock's running. And we're about to reach the 5-minute mark. We got to put a little urgency in this thing here.
It's just not a lot of step there, not quickness at all.
We look to the sideline and get the play. Finally, 2 wideouts right, 1 left, and Brown still in the backfield. Just the Sasser's left. Second and 10, or 4:43 to go in county. Sasser takes the snap, looking to throw. He's still looking. Now he's under rush. He's going to have to put down and run with it. And wanted to throw on a run. He does, incomplete, down around the 25-yard line on the far sideline. And Sasser got hit out of bounds. I don't see a flag, but they're over trying to make sure nothing extra happens. And Sasser's up. He's okay. He's hustling back to the line. It'll be third down and 10. We had 4:31 to go in the game. Shane, anything to do on the Dodge score? Still nothing?
Dodge County is 27-21 now.
Okay. So the extra point, they get the 2 points?
2-point conversion.
All right. And I'm thinking Northeast does not have a kicking game. If they score, they're probably going to go for 2. Third and 10. Sasser in the shotgun. He takes it. Fakes the Brown, throws a slant, incomplete, trying to hit number 16 there. And a good defensive play there, no flag, and rightfully so. From 4th down and 10 now, so here's your ball game. Definitely here's Shane if you don't get this. If it wasn't already, but 4:25 to go in the game. We're down 22 points, and it's 4th and 10 from the Washington 40-yard line. And the Washington County ground game is really taking control of this ball game here in the second half.
Well, and
was one big pass play.
Well, yeah, the big pass play was the backbreaker, but you're exactly right. It's the inability to stop the big. It's not the inability to stop the run. The inability to stop the big runs. It's always been 10, 15, 20, and plus yards.
Right. Coach last year just called timeout, but a lot of it's been third down shape. The big pass play that went 80-something yards was on 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, they hit a big pass play right down the middle for a touchdown. The last long run by Walker, I can't remember. I don't know if it was on 3rd down or not, but I know it wasn't first down because it was inside change. But like you said, you're trying to get a stop, force a punt, and you give up not only the first down, but a huge run for a touchdown.
And now we're punting.
Well, we are going to line up. You're right. We're lining up the punt formation here. I don't understand this, but not my call to question, I guess. Rozier will line up the punt here, and I don't know if Washington County's seen anybody back deep or not. I'm sure they're probably looking for some kind of fake or trick play, but we're lining up in our normal punt formation here. They don't have anybody back deep.
Hey, it is 4th and 10, so
they got all 11 guys within 5 yards of the ball. Nobody back deep at all. There's a snap, and he will kick it. A little pooch kick. He's going to hit about the 15 and take a Bleckley bounce, roll inside the 10, and we should down around the 8. Be 1st and 10. Washington County at the 8. And we only have one timeout that Shane, so anyway, be 1st and 10 Washington from the 8-yard line. And you're definitely going to see a heavy dose of number 9 right now.
Yep. So
with a 22-point lead, they may run anybody to run this clock out.
yeah, it wouldn't really matter at this particular junction. So
Well, unless something extremely crazy happens, the Royals are going to drop to 6-3 on the year, and 2 regional losses pretty much knocks us out of the region title race. And something very, very crazy would have to happen for us to get anything higher than 3rd right now.
yeah, right now the posture would be 3rd. Of course,
Walker's in that box formation again. He's going to keep it. He hands it to Gilmore on a little sweep around the end, and there goes Gilmore down the sideline. And that guy doesn't get him, he's going to score, but we do wrestle him down around the 45. Somebody finally, number 22 for Bleckley. And Lamar Jackson made the tackle, but it's all the way up to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Washington right there.
we did have one upset, Don, tonight. Jeff Davis has upset Swainsboro tonight. Swainsboro was tied for 1st with Vidalia, and now Jeff Davis has postured themselves in a good spot to potentially could be the 2nd seed or the 1st seed in that region.
So 1st and 10, Washington from the 46 now, and they wind the clock, 3:55 to go. And their play clock's at 20. They're already up to the line. Let's see how quick they snap this thing. Well, a 22-point lead, don't guess it much matters now. And they snap it number 20 now. That's a new guy. He hadn't ran all night. And he's going to get a couple yards around the right side. That is Dontavius Braswell on the carry. He'll be 2nd down at about 9. He got about a yard to the 47.
So you basically look at it, Don. Next week you'll play Southwest, and then you'll just watch and
you see,
you're going to root for Washington County,
yeah,
and that way you can be a 3 seed.
yeah.
If Washington County, if Dodge beats Washington County, then there'll be a 4 seed. Either way, it looks like you'll be on the road.
Yep. All right, 2nd down at about 80. He got 2 up to about the 48, and we reach the 3-minute mark now. And I think that may be Braswell again back there in the shotgun. He'll take it at Braswell number 20. He's going to run right up the middle with it this time, trying to pull a couple of guys with him, and he's going to be brought down around the 46 of Bleckley. He's going to be about a couple yards shy of the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down right there, and 2:40 to go in the game.
And it's coming to fruition, Don, because now you got 2:34 left in the 4th quarter. Dodge County has scored again. So it's now 33-21.
And they're down how many time left?
It was 3:22.
So that could be also for that game, but I said Northeast still in it. 3rd and about 2. And they snap it to Braswell again. He fumbled it, and reached back there and tries to pick it up. Now he's running for his life. We got guys chasing him way back behind the line. We're going to tackle him back around their own 40-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down right after that was Hines, 21, not 20. Back to the 41, and we're under 2 minutes now. And let's see if they'll punt this thing or not. We only have 1 timeout left, so that's the material right now. And they mark it right on the 40. 4th down and about 16, and I don't see Bridges on the field, but I think they are going to punt. They send the other punter in. It's 1:33 to go. Play clock at 12, and they're still in the huddle. And we're going to send 3 guys on. And
We'll do a return.
And I hope we're getting this right. We're sending guys on and off left and right here. Play clock down to 0, and did we get a delay game or did they call timeout? I think they caused a delay game. It's going to come up 5 more. With 1:15 to go, so game has been decided here. Just a matter of getting 1:15 off the clock here. So even though Shane Tuff lost tonight, still the season not over. So great opportunity to make the playoffs. Got to win next week, of course, and then see what happens after that, see what seed you get. It looks as though Dodge County is going to be playing Washington County, and that'll be pretty much for the region title next week. Unless Washington County wins, then Northeast will sneak back in there.
Right. No, Washington County has no chance.
We rush the punter where we don't get to him. And the fair catch called for by Mobley, and he fumbles the ball, and I think Washington County got it. They did. And that pretty much sums up our night, doesn't it?
Yep. Just a night of missed opportunities. Big plays, and just execution. Don, just gotta have the execution.
So just to go to the playoff scenario, if everything holds the way it is, of course this is going to hold, but if Dodge hangs on, and it looks like they will, that would give Northeast one region loss, Washington one, Dodge one.
Right.
You got a three-way tie momentarily. Next week, Washington and Dodge play. The loser's out. I mean, for region champs.
Right. So if Dodge wins next week at Washington County, then Dodge County would be in the driver's seat for. In fact, I think that's their last game.
It is. So
they would be region champs.
They'd win the tiebreaker.
Northeast would be number 2, and then Washington County would be number 3,
and we'd be 4, right?
And we would be 4, and then we would play region 2, number 1, which right now is kind of in fruit basket turnover land. This could be Videa, it could be Jeff Davis, it could be Toombs.
Especially with the Jeff Davis upset of Swainsboro.
Right, Jeff Davis upset of Swainsboro was big, so they're going to have they're completely tied. There's 3 teams that are tied there now.
And Washington County just nailed on the ball, so they're just going to milk this clock out. It's down to 32. So if Washington County wins next week, they'll give Dodge 2 losses, and their regular season's over. They would have to hope that Northeast loses at least one more game.
Right. So what would happen is if Washington County won, Dodge County would be tied with Bleckley. Bleckley would be the 3 seed. Right. Dodge County would be the 4 seed. So and then that would put Northeast at Northeast would win the region. Right. Because head-to-head with Washington County the 2 seed.
I only hope Washington County had. By the way, if the game is over, clock just ran out. The only way Washington County wins the region, of course, they got to beat Dodge, and they hope Northeast lose.
Northeast will have to lose a game to Monticello.
They'll lose at least one of them. You're right,
and they'll be, like you said, heavily favored.
Yeah, so it's a long shot for Washington County to win the region, although it's possible. Dodge County's sitting pretty good, as is Northeast. Northeast has got to, if they don't rally tonight, they got to hope somehow or another Washington County pulls out the victory next week, and then they go win out. But that's going to do it for the game here tonight. Final score will be Washington County 42, Bleckley 20. Bleckley drops to 6-3 on the year, and that's 2 region losses. 3-2 on the region, with one more region game to play against Southwest next week. And we'll be Thursday night game as well at Ed DeFore complex up there. So it will not be at Henderson Stadium. Ed DeFore is over near Lake Tobosaki area over there off I-475. But the players down there now are doing the alma mater in front of the band. As Coach Lasseter does out there every game, win or lose.
Well, by the way, to let you know, the Fitzgerald was down. They came back and scored, and then Thomasville goes back and fumbles the ball, and a safety in the end zone. And now Fitzgerald looks like they're going to win on a safety, 30-28.
How about that? You win the game on a safety. You can't say that a lot, can you? Well, Shane, I appreciate you having out tonight, filling in. By the way, James will still be on quarantine next Thursday. Is that right, Wally?
I have no idea.
I think he told me he had 10 days, so are you going to do next Thursday? Or
we'll have to see. So
okay, well, just let me know, because I think James is a 10-day deal, so he won't be next Thursday, is what he told me. But we will be in Macon, Georgia at Ed DeFore Complex if you want to make the game. That's where we're playing at, 7:30 kickoff. I think maybe a 7 kickoff being on Thursday night. It was last week. Thursday night next week, folks. Remember that, not Friday night against Southwest. That's a regular season game, and it depends on what happens there. And up in Sandersville is where we play and who we play in the playoffs and what seed we have. Say anything else, we'll pack her up and get on out of here.
That's it.
Well, I appreciate you helping out. As usual, you did a fantastic job. The layoff didn't hurt you none. Anyway, I always enjoy working with you. You did a great job. We always have a good time doing it. And unfortunately, you brought us bad luck tonight.
No, I'm 0 for 1.
I'm joking around. You know that. But anyway, final score once again: Washington County 42, Bleckley 20. For Mr. Shane Stokes helping me out tonight, and Mr. Raleigh Hagler over on the camera and the laptop, I'm Don Byram saying thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week from Macon, Georgia. You've been listening to Royal Football on the Royal Football Network. Good night, everybody.